said she love me, she said she want all of me. Phone keep on ringing, yeah, they think keep calling me. I done fucked your bitch and all her mama stalking me. I keep a chopper on my side, cause them demons hold me. Shawty said she love me, she said she want all of me. Phone keep on ringing, yeah, they think keep calling me. I done fucked your bitch and all her mama stalking me. I keep a chopper on my side, cause them demons hold me. Shawty said she love me, she said she want all of me. She wrote me like my favorite bite, that's like Kawasaki. Bitch, I'm a G, I serve it way down in the Florida Keys. And when I fucked on your hoe, she said I'm everything she needs. Bitch, I ride around with them choppers, whack her oppa and his mama. Bitch, you don't want no drama, 20K on his head, no problem. Bitch, I came up from the bottom, turned his whole hood into Gotham. When I spot him, then broke out him. Call of Duty, I black out him. That's why your bitch want all of me. That's why your bitch want all of me. She want all of me, yeah, shawty want every part of me. Shawty wanna get them demons off my back that's holding me. Shawty said she love me, she said she want all of me. Phone keep on ringing, yeah, these fiends keep calling me. I done fucked your bitch and all her mama stalking me. I keep a chopper on my side, cause them demons holding me. Shawty said she love me, she said she want all of me. Phone keep on ringing, yeah, these fiends keep calling me. I done fucked your bitch and all her mama stalking me. I keep a chopper on my side, cause them demons hold me. Serving fiends in my hood like my name, baby Big Meech. Pouring Waukesha inside a motherfucking CT. All these niggas hating no C, they wanna be me. Ryan, D-Wade on my side, I keep like threes. Next a nigga around my hood, catch a place Odell. Try to weigh 100 bowls, that shit broke the scale. If I get locked up, no a nigga gon' make bail. See my nigga ride, that nigga locked up in hell. 100 straps, 100 max, the bitches sit up on my lap. Ryan, I took your hoe, she made it clap. No CJ, he get them racks, I double back. Serve a fiend every day, bitch, it's a fact. Run it up like every day, sliding in the coupe. Yo, be sucking dick and shorty say that I'm the truth. PX7 alley boys, you know we get the loot. Shaq Diesel with the 40, they tell you don't fuck with dude.
Hated took it close, so I had got my cake up. They was hating on the champ, so I had got my weight up. No, I'm not, I'm a free man, I'm a free man. Me and shorty just met, and I spent 3 bands up. Swerving in the Tesla while she doing the makeup. And she ain't fucking with me, cause she know I'm a player. Ain't no trauma gon' spray on my niggas out to the AM. We wanted everything, give a fuck about
Uncle Sam. And if a nigga run up on CJ, he getting these hands.
We ain't fucking with no rats,
Some niggas taking a stand, and plus we hanging up the phone if it ain't about them bands.
You ain't fucking with us now, you
Get second chance, but I just met this bitch and I spit 3 bands. Sliding in the jack, she got her hand up in my pants. Shorty fuck with C and a friend, she fuck with champ. CJ running circles, run these niggas doing laps.
Tired of fucking with niggas, all they do is cap. And I do this for the city, put them on the map. CJ started to break a dope, I hope you don't relapse. When you fucking with him, then you know it's double tap. My side bitch crazy, my main bitch lazy. My other bitch said she wanna fuck me on the daily.
I slide in that Mercedes, she wanna have my baby. And money been the only thing up on my mind lately.
Hated to get close, so I had got my cake up. They was hating on the champ, so I had got my weight up. No, I'm not, I'm a free man, I'm a free man. Me and shorty just met, and I spent 3 bands on.
Baby, show me them titties for motivation. I be hustling hard, I got dedication. Bitch, I don't play no games like a PlayStation. Feeling future, I got them in row.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
welcome back, y'all, to another episode. Let's talk JvJ Network, man. I hope everybody had a good week, man. I hope everybody had a good Friday, man. I hope everybody's in well spirit tonight, man. This is another episode of Let's Talk JvJ Network, man. Y'all hit that like, y'all hit that subscribe for you boy on the way in. As always, we trying to grow around here, and we can only do it with y'all help, man. So appreciate that support. Look, man, we going back to another one of the YouTube channels that I actually like. I like what these young gentlemen are doing, and they grinding. And I'm talking about the group by the name of the DailyRapUpCrew, man. They actually had a conversation, y'all, and we're gonna cover a few topics, man. Are men sassy? And did Kevin Samuels cause this? Is he the reason for these men supposedly being sassy if they are? They had an interesting conversation. They had a panel of 3 women on there, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this all played out, but we're not here to waste no time. We're here to get to it. So if y'all ready, I'm ready, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into the video, man. Let's see what we got.
So, let me get to this next topic, right? Cause we was on that one for a minute, right? But I think it was a good conversation. Like, I know you wanted to talk about. You talking about men's standards, right? And you said that men didn't have standards, or do men have standards outside of the ones that Kevin Samuels set? Can you elaborate on that?
That's the next subject. No, because I just want to be for real. Anytime you ask a man now, or any podcast a man has, and they say the requirements, they're literally listing the same ones that Kevin Samuels had, and this is like, all right, rest in peace to that guy, but for real. There's no other requirements that you guys. What do you guys say? Fit, feminine, cooperative.
Fit, feminine, and friendly. That's what
I'm telling you, before he said it, that's what men always wanted. He just had a loud voice.
Yeah, he coined the phrase, but he didn't make it up.
I've heard men say
but
different
you know what
requirements
it is?
other than Kevin Samuels. That's not piggybacking off of Kevin Samuels. Then it's now when I listen to podcasts, or when you ask men that is I'm gonna say the man is fair. I feel like Kevin Samuels just set that standard for them, and that's just where they stuck at. When it's really, and then it's they get those things, and the women is still not satisfying them, because I just feel like it's not what you want. I just feel like you're saying that because it was handed to you in a handbook. You get me?
I think that's you know how women got their non-compromisable. That's what we not willing to compromise on. Like, you trying to we want a woman that's feminine. We would prefer a woman that's fit. No, I mean, friendly is
what's fit to y'all?
I mean, everybody got
not
different.
obese.
Yeah, not obese.
Everybody got different.
That's all.
I mean,
A BMI of 25 or below.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are obese married women.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got different.
That's what I'm trying to think.
But again,
how many?
I think when Kevin Samuels when he says feminine, fit, and friendly, right? He's talking about what men genuinely want across all ethnic groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just black men. This is making yourself more available to all ethnic groups. That's just the borderline right there. You get what I'm saying? So unfortunately, when we say those things, then we have women on the other end. Well, what about Lizzo? Y'all always want to make the exception to the rule. And genuinely, men don't like big women. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying y'all thick, and the average weight for a black woman is what, 175, 180? That's crazy. That's what men weigh. You get what I'm saying? And not even men reaching out those. You get what I'm saying? So as and we could talk about obesity just amongst black women. You know what I mean? They lead the league in obesity. You know what I mean? And that contributes to heart disease, cardiovascular disease, a lot of health issues. And in our society, we keep trying to not hold those women accountable and keep saying, well, she loves she loves herself and stuff like that. But these are real health issues that really affect, and that's killing black women. That's really a thing. So to go back to your thing, I get what you're saying, because it sounds like everybody just piggybacking off of what Kevin Samuels said. But the thing about Kevin Samuels and about these podcasts is that men are finally in positions to have these conversations about, what it is that they require in a woman. Before we probably did accept the bare minimum. She just probably had to have a fat ass, nice titties, whatever the case is. And, now men are realizing their value, I think. And now we're saying, hey, you know what? This is what we require in women. And women are like, damn, I ain't never had standards before. Where the fuck all these standards came from now? You get what I'm saying? So
it was happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Let me stop right there. I always say, man, look, they have a good platform, but sometimes I don't think they articulate it the way that I would want to articulate it. And that's just difference of opinion. Kevin Samuels was not the first person to say fit, feminine, and friendly. He was not. I heard my granddad saying that long before I heard Kevin Samuels say it. I've heard people in the barbershop talking about it way before Kevin Samuels said it. Kevin Samuels just were relaying the message. for a lot of ladies what men actually want. He wasn't afraid to say it out loud in public. He's not the first man to get on that point and say things out loud in public, but he was one of the ones that grew really fast on YouTube saying it. And that's after he talked to men for 3 years. So they're not just bandwagoning what Kevin said, but you could consider some men being bandwagoning it because that was the first time they heard it. They probably didn't grow up with a father in their life, and they heard this, and it was like, okay, maybe I do need to have some standards for myself. But it's very funny that you would have a lady that's sitting on this panel. And honestly, I'm saying I'm gonna call 2 of them out right now for it because it's the younger girl on the far left and the older lady on the far right. I think that's how I split it up for y'all. They have an issue with it. And I would always ask the question because I want to reverse it around. If it's a problem for the men, if you see it the way you see it and you think it's a problem for the men to be taken after what another man said, ladies, flip that shit around and apply it to yourself. All y'all bad bees, all y'all strong and independent don't need no man. Men are less likely compared to women to bandwagon something, bandwagon a movement, a talking point, things of that sort. Ladies, y'all champion that shit till the cows come home. All of y'all are sitting on this panel right now. We don't know if that's your own real hair or not. That's something that a lot of ladies like to do, especially a lot of black women. They like to wear a lot of fake hair. I can't tell with the eyebrows, but I'm pretty sure everybody has makeup on it here. Like we can't be sitting around calling the pot black when you the kettle and you black as night. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. We might need to stop with this projection, but let's keep going.
It doesn't really surprise me that is what men want. I feel like across the board, men are simple. You guys are simple creatures. So it's not, and y'all also are more so logical. So it's not really a surprise that across the board, these are the, let's say 3 to 4 main things that you look for, because it's going to be just that.
So my only thing is, I meet a lot of guys that, you want your woman to know how to make like collard greens and baked macaroni and cheese and all this other stuff. And then you want her to be well versed in that, and then fit at the same time. Don't get me wrong, I could do both. I guess I'm not talking about being able to cook. I'm not talking about being able to cook because, like I said, I could do both. Personally, I eat healthy. I eat healthily. And I know how to make macaroni and cheese, collard greens, fried chicken, and all of that. But what I'm saying is I'm talking about culture. So a lot of women who
Hold on. You say you eat healthy, but you also know how to make things that are not healthy. I just want to get that understood. And I'm gonna take her in the lightest way. You know how to cook, you eat healthy, but you do also know how, I think that's how she should have said it. I do also know how to make other things. Because that macaroni and cheese, if you're making it the right way with all the cheeses, the butter, and you putting that thing in the oven, that ain't healthy for you. But I'm telling y'all, that shit tastes delicious. It tastes straight delicious.
You're goddamn right.
But I'm gonna try to give her a bone. With that one. But I want to see where she's going with this. I want to see.
Eating that, I get what
grew
you're
up
saying.
eating that, well versed in those things. They don't have healthy lifestyles. So it's like,
I don't know, because we're Jamaican and we eat like a lot, but we're we call it big bone. I get what you're trying to say.
That it's ultimately still a choice.
It is.
You can make that food and you can make a portion. Now, when you go out there for second and thirds, that's when you pass the calorie deficit. All right, so we can sit here and make excuses like, damn, that shit was just so good, I just got fat off of it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, these excuses.
No, I just trying to say.
I mean, you go to the gym.
Yeah, this is what I would say. Now, the one thing that I noticed from like the last couple of comments is that you said you can do both, right? And it's not a problem for you, but you argued that point. Earlier, you said that, people are complaining about being, you want somebody who's fit and friendly. Now, which one of those aren't you? But friendly. You're not friendly? Okay, because women.
I'm friendly. I'm friendly.
Well, okay, good. The reason why I said it is because women often argue points that don't even apply to them. What we doing? Like, y'all arguing points that y'all don't do anything. So you realize what it is you're supposed to be doing, and you are doing it. You're adhering to it, but You're arguing a point for what? What are y'all arguing about it for? And y'all know that's what y'all supposed to do. And you're doing it.
That's the point of the show.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, but what I've experienced is because
the lady.
I won't like come
out
out and say I know how to make collard greens and ribs. I don't even eat ribs, but macaroni, cheese, and all this other stuff. But if you see me cooking and you ask me what I'm cooking, and I'm like, yeah, I just made some grilled salmon and some steamed broccoli, and then, looking like, well, she doesn't eat the way.
I mean, a real man gonna be happy whatever his lady makes. You know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. You throw some.
I got my boy out from the Norm 18 up in here, but I do gotta ask this question. I want you to answer this question. Okay, he ain't ready. Okay, either way though, I'll ask the question to everybody in the chat, y'all, because this is crazy to me. Who doesn't like steam? Hold on. Did she say steam? She said steamed broccoli. Let me see what she said again.
Looking like, well, she doesn't eat the way.
I mean,
if you see me cooking and you ask me what I'm cooking, and I'm like, yeah, I just made some grilled salmon and some steamed broccoli. And
right, grilled salmon and steamed broccoli. I want to know, man, who does that not sound good to as a meal? I literally made that like 2 days in a row. Like
man, dude's gonna be looking like, oh, Dad, you know how to cook some other shit. That's how dudes gonna be looking. They ain't gonna just sit there like you pull out some regular fried chicken and you know what I'm saying, the regular shit. You put out something that's actually okay to eat, and it probably tastes good. Like, what is she talking about?
I don't think that would be a negative for a guy. I don't think a guy would approach it like, what you in here cooking? Like I don't. But nigga, I have a different palate. I cook a lot of different things. Grilled salmon and steamed broccoli ain't bad. As long as you put some salt.
What a old English to knock it back with, man. You in there?
Nah. I usually do a cup of water. I can't drink beer while I'm eating, but after I get done, oh hell yeah, bring that thing. You already know what time it is. But nah, man, we got out for the Norm 18 up in the building, man. Sir, go ahead and introduce yourself and yep, do that.
Man, they know what it is. Jay, soon you say out for the Norm, they know I'm that nigga. Y'all already know. You see it?
That's all I'm gonna say is But also I can say Aunt Kenny's up in the building. He said I want all three of them, one at a time, all in a line. The man trying to be a rapper. Trying to be a rapper on Kenny tonight.
Okay, you want all three of them. All right.
And man, greedy. That brother starving. I need to get that clip. That brother starving. But nah, I'm not even gonna get into which ones I would want right now. We're gonna continue this video and see what else they got.
Looking like, well, she doesn't eat the way.
I mean, a real man gonna be happy whatever his lady makes. You know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. You throw some garlic powder in the broccoli.
I hear y'all saying this girl power stuff. I think women need to hold more women accountable. I think you should sit here and say, yo, I agree why men are more attracted to slim and fit and women that can cook.
It's hard holding women accountable because they want to fight. Huh? The girlies be wanting to fight when you hold them accountable.
Well, look, you know it's not making it any.
Lord Jesus, I gotta input on that one. So you're saying the reason that you will not call out women for doing bad behavior is because these women like to fight. So you're letting me know that first off, a lot of women are violent. But secondly, you acknowledge, I think that's the biggest part. You acknowledge, what's the right way to go about it. The easiest path, the path of least resistance. You know which one it is. But even if you follow it, you don't try to hold other people to that. So you allow other people to goddamn go off the plantation or whatever, go off the rails, and you actually support it too. That's the problem that we have in the little sister code that we got in all communities. Women back other women, even when other women are wrong, and they know that they're wrong. You're not getting the results you want. Well, you're not going to tell her, well, you should probably change this. You'll just tell them, yeah, there's something wrong with those other people. No, it's something wrong with you. That's why you're not getting what you want. But I see it too often. And I think, ladies, you might want to start changing it up. And I know some ladies will come around and say, well, y'all don't hold men accountable. Well, that's what we got prisons and jails for. That's what we got laws on the books for. Laws are on the books to protect women and children. They're not on the books to protect men. They're to hold men accountable. So I couldn't get behind that. I couldn't get behind that at all.
I bet you these chicks will try to fight dudes, though.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The violence part. It wasn't just so y'all know. It was supposed to go across to women attacking men too, because women are more likely to attack a man than a man is
So
to attack a woman.
they won't say that to the females because they don't want to fight, but they'll jump in a man's face. I'm gonna just say that y'all see the rest of the show.
Just wait for it, y'all.
Any better? You defending their stupidity.
So you saying you scared?
Scared.
I'm saying
She ain't trying to tussle.
Please let them know.
You don't have to defend them, but you don't have to agree with them at the same time. But by y'all saying what y'all saying, this argument or the debate part of supporting women that feel that way, that's not even here, is a problem because they like, oh shit, she got my back.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna be big and not cooking and da-da-da. Cause I got girls on the pod. They on the Daily Rap-Up Crew talking about let me be big and not cook.
Who am I to tell somebody like who am I to like lower somebody's confidence? Like, if you can't get a man because of that, then that's on you.
Well, I feel like in general though, like, no, go ahead. I was machine thought.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Why is that lowering her confidence? You know what I mean?
You're
making her a better person by holding her confidence. The truth. Men from women, bro. Feminine women.
No, what I was gonna say was I think
like you should just lose weight.
But how can they do
No,
that? We got a society
Hold on,
that's
Nate, what you have to say?
encouraging women to be bigger and obese. Like nobody's encouraging women to lose weight. Y'all encourage
You
them
don't
to
need to
make
change for
steps.
that man.
Yeah,
So
like
he need to change for you.
What's happening is you
No, but I think for the most part, you should have out of all the things that you want, you should bring some of those things as well. So, like me, I would want someone that's fit, and I know that I'm fit. I work out, so I would want that as well.
Okay.
Same way if it's money, I know I'm gonna have motion, so you gotta have motion. Right. So it's the same exact thing. I think for the most part, I don't agree with just
one-sided.
Well, all I'm gonna say is men gonna hold other men accountable. You know what I mean? If you see somebody walking down the street, he not doing what he's supposed to be, you a bum ass nigga. They gonna hold him accountable.
Yeah, we do it.
And that's why men are trying to improve themselves so they don't have to have them conversations with other men. So women need to do that so women can do the same thing.
Do you really think men are trying to improve themselves, or do you think men are sitting around complaining?
Complaining.
I think men are really sitting around complaining now.
I think we have a standard that we are not.
You talking about men on podcasts? Or you talking about?
I'm just talking
about. Women hate that men have podcasts because they get to listen to what men have been struggling with for years, and now they got to hold themselves accountable.
It's not the podcast. It's literally like if you look on things sometimes and you read the comments, it's like men complaining, and they even come for the men on the podcast. But it's like when you really get to know them, they really sitting in the garage or for like bum ass Wi-Fi complaining about women. But it's like, why are you not building yourself up so you don't have to complain about women, so you can open up the options for you? No, they're on the internet literally complaining.
He probably ain't got no friends that's doing nothing with their lives to hold them accountable.
But you talking about the internet, man. It's the same. There's women on the internet always complain. Women have been complaining about men for decades.
But why do you guys have to match women's energy? Build yourself up, and you will not have to be in a position to match women's energy.
Jerry Springer, all these shows where women
all you guys say you're masculine, right?
I am.
Why are you guys trying to match women's energy? Why not?
We're not.
But it's always like women. If you just build yourself up to.
I'm gonna stop her right here for a second. I hope all of y'all are paying attention to what's actually transpiring right now. This is what you call gaslighting. This is what you call gaslighting right now. She's trying to gaslight the men that speak up and actually speak for themselves and other men about the issues that they have when it comes to relationships with women. And she's like, well, why are y'all complaining about it? A real man wouldn't complain about it. Y'all are being sassy like the women. I got one thing to tell. As a matter of fact, I'm letting the white lady.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
That is not how this works. Men have the equal, and men, I want y'all to understand. I'm not telling you to be a crybaby and not get up and do something about it, but you do have the right, and you should not be criticized for it. If you have an issue going on in your relationship or an issue dealing with women that you're trying to talk to, that's the difficulties in that. It's not an issue for you to voice that. Ladies do it all the time, and all they do is garner sympathy for it. But for some reason, to the ladies, the ones who are supposed to be more sympathetic and more understanding and more caring, more nurturing, they have an issue when you do it as a man pertaining to them. That's just hypocritical than a motherfucker. They're gaslighting. She's trying her best right now to gaslight every man on that panel. Why are y'all being sassy? I wouldn't consider that being sassy. I would consider that just voicing your concerns and your discomfort with whatever's going on right now. And we got Miss Lena in the building, Miss Harris 2024. What's up, Miss Lady?
Hello, hey Jay. Hey, what up, Big Oz? What's up, babe, in the chat? I
Are men
understand.
being sassy, Lena? Are men being sassy nowadays?
Yes.
Why
But
do you
no,
say that?
I don't think this. I don't have a problem with men having grievances, but I feel like masculinity is on attack. You know, being under attack. I think men can't be men like traditional men like they used to be.
Why is that? Why is that, Lena? Why
I
do
am.
you think men can't be men nowadays? Who's
I
at fault for
do
that?
have to. I do have to agree. Sometimes women are at fault for that. Like there is a such thing as toxic masculinity, but I think it went so far that feminism can be toxic too. And I think men
Can be or
are,
is?
huh?
Can be or is?
Can be.
Oh, okay, okay. Still trying to hold that torch for him, huh?
Yes. I'm part of the sisterhood is strong within me. What's wrong with
Nah,
y'all?
that shit,
So,
that
but
shit scared.
I do feel that, like men, like, don't approach women, sometimes, they're scared, of being, oh, that's sexism or and they say that men are scared to approach women. Oh, there's sexual harassment, or I feel like he was invading my space or something like that. All you gotta do is say, "Oh, excuse me," or you move out the way. I'm like, what happened to talking? To me, you can voice your opinion. So I do feel that men are, attacked, and then also I feel that no fault to their own. That a lot of men come from fatherless homes, like single parent homes, or are up, so they don't have examples of how to be masculine. So then they exhibit feminine behavior, learn from their um parent, from their mom or whatever. And also I feel some podcasters, they do come out sassy, ain't gonna lie. Kevin Samuel was a little bit effeminate. He is lead attorney. They are kind of like
What do
questionable.
they do? Okay, here. What you saying that? Let me get some understanding. What exactly are they doing to give you that idea?
They be slipping up. I mean, I feel like
Like, give me an
okay, like
example.
lead attorneys, like when he said when I was dating a woman, and then she get mad, mad. When I was talking to Kevin, I was dating Kevin. Like what? That Kevin Samuel slip. I was like, yeah, y'all was dating.
Can you say that one more time?
When lead attorney slipped up and said he was dating Kevin Samuel.
You think he might have misspoke, or you think he was telling on himself?
No, he was telling on himself.
Oh, okay. So you believe that lead attorney and Kevin Samuels are gay?
Allegedly, yes.
Interesting. And all that's because once again he said something.
That slipped up, and the way
So
they act.
you hold him solid to that one time. Possibly he could have made a slip up, but you think he was telling the truth.
Oh, he was telling the truth, man. He be acting
All right.
feminine.
I just want to get it understood. That one time him
Tell
saying
me
that.
he is acting. No, he's acting feminine. Yeah, and I'm not saying women are. There's some women who be calling men that's gay that aren't gay, but there's men that's in this manosphere spaces that are straight and they don't act gay. You don't act gay. I don't know if I particularly put you in manosphere, but you don't act gay. Ops don't act gay.
Not manosphere.
What's his name? PMP. What's that? Poor Man's Podcast. He don't act gay. Who else? Anton Daniels. He don't act gay, but I'm sorry. Kevin Samuels kind of came off a little fruity.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna hold you on that, but that is one of the bigger insults that a lot of black women like to use in the community to discredit what a guy's saying. And I think a lot of ladies say that when the man has a point. But look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion about shit. I didn't see none of that you talking about. But look, I'm not a woman either. And I don't actually, I didn't take offense to what he said either. So that kind of, those two kind of go together. Did you have anything? All right. We're gonna damn, Lena dropped right off right after calling Kevin Samuels and Lita turned the gate. All right, but she says she will be back, y'all. We're gonna keep playing this a little bit more. I completely disagree with what Lena just said, just to be honest with you. But either way.
Certain point, you won't even have to complain about women at all. You can get that women
as a black man to inform black women that it's not attractive for them to be the way they are sometimes.
Okay, and I always said that you guys do. I said that you guys do it respectfully.
I got sisters.
You guys do it.
I got about 12 sisters. I got like a whole bunch.
I gotta stop real quick, like, because it's really irritating me. I do need to say this. A lot of our sisters in the black community, a lot of women in a lot of communities say that they want men to step up and be real men, be leaders. Well, for those ladies that say that as an insult, I want them to also understand that when a man's a leader, he's going to tell you what you need to do. He's going to call you out for your bullshit. He's going to hold you accountable for the things that you do. And in return, if you want to turn around and call that man sassy, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the first thing that you say you want. I want a lot of ladies to understand that. Just because, like, leadership isn't the leadership that you like every day. Sometimes leadership is things that they're telling you things that you want to do, but you don't like. Here you go. You're in a relationship with a man. You want to go out with your homegirls. He's cool with that. Y'all gonna go out and go to the club or something. But you come downstairs wearing a certain outfit. His leadership is telling you, nah, I need you to change. Ladies take offense to that, but they want a leader. I think ladies really need to have a come to Jesus moment with themselves and really figure out what do you truly actually want, because you cannot have the what's that term they like to use, the privileges of a man, the liberty of a woman, but the accountability of a child. You can't have all three of those things at the same time. If you want to be treated like a man, you got to take everything that comes with being a man. You want to be respected, there's a lot of things that come with being respected. You want to be taken serious, there's a lot of things that come with being taken serious. You just can't pick and choose when you want to revert back to I'm a child, or I just don't care, well, I'm a woman, or I'm black, I'm white, I'm this, whatever the fuck. You can't just switch it whenever you want. And I think that's a big problem that a lot of ladies have. You want a leader, he's going to be a leader whether you want it or whether you don't. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, going back to that, it tripped me out because, you know, how you gonna say all these things that you saying about the guys? Like, they're wrong to say anything about it. They sassy, all of this, and it's like, hold on. How we gonna sit here and act as if grown men don't speak up? Grown men speak up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody in those spaces are perfect, but on average, they bring up legitimate arguments. You know what I'm saying? So when they try to say about the whole gay sassy thing, it's just it just throwing shots. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you feel bad to not say nothing. But a man is gonna stand on his square. He's not gonna let you move him off because you say some childish, ignorant shit. That's childish. We talking about disagreements, the issues, and trying to come to the table into terms to actually talk it over. To try to question somebody's sexuality, and you don't know what the fuck they doing, because we've seen plenty of white knights that look very moist take their side, and they say that's a real man. Like, what? Like, you know, a couple of them dudes we didn't cover before. I'm sorry, they seem real moist. Ace Metaphor and Tony Gaskin, they seem real moist. So all this, they real men. No, they seem real moist.
They just saying what you like to hear, so you ain't got nothing bad to say about them.
Derek Jackson seemed moist. He sounded like his auntie was talking shit about Tyrone.
The way he did that little neck movement stuff kind of got me a lot. But You're 100% right, man. Like, look, we gotta start calling it out and being real about the situation, man. A lot of ladies, when y'all disagree with dudes, one of the first insults that y'all have, especially in the black community, is to question the man's sexuality, if not straight out call that man gay. We've seen it too many times, and it's kind of getting old because it's not really working. Every time we see it, I swear I just picture this in my mind again. I just picture that every time, and I really just want y'all to please just let it go for your boy. But either way, though, we're gonna keep playing because yeah, this is getting interesting.
Bunch of female cousins. I know I have a lot of female friends. It's my job. I have a daughter. I have a lady at home. It's my job to have the black women that I know and I see and I can reach to let them know this shit ain't cute, y'all. Y'all need to switch this up. And the same thing, I would have the same energy for a dude as well.
I have no issue with men voicing what they do and what they want and don't want. I think that's what y'all should. That's what I want to see, actually.
See, we finally have a chance to. Women had daytime talk TV all day, and it's only because women are 80% of the consumer base. They spend all the money. Men make all that money, but women spend the money. So the advertisers, it behooves them to make woman-friendly content. But now we're on a different level now. Now the internet came up, people could watch a podcast from their mobile phone. It's different. And then after 2020, it's over. Now everybody has been introduced to this. Whoever didn't know, now they know. Men have always felt like this. We just had no outlet to express it.
We were so used to lying to women because we wanted to get the pussy. We know if we told the truth, we wasn't gonna get the pussy. Like,
I have a question for him specifically, but all you guys can answer. Do you think that men now are using, I have to ask, the word, the term alpha loosely? Do you think every man thinks they're alpha?
Every man.
Let me stop her right here. Because she just did something, y'all didn't notice it. They were having a conversation about women calling me and Sassy, mainly her, and then Lena throwing in the gay thing too. And then she just switched it, did a complete 180. What do you think about men being alpha, calling themselves alpha? That had nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, but I want you to see how they didn't catch this in the conversation they're like, this conversation is about to completely shift now. That's what they're going to be focusing on, y'all. I just want y'all to see it. I just want to call it out for the folks that didn't see it in the chat. You got to watch that. That is not the conversation right now. He was holding her accountable. Now she's switching it to in a way, like I've said, she's being passive aggressive, but she's switching it to try to put it back on the men. Take it off the women, put it back on the men. Check it out.
Man would like to be an alpha, right? And see, here's the problem. Most people don't even understand the socio-sexual hierarchy.
Yeah,
it starts with like alpha, then there's beta, then there's delta, then you have gamma, then you have omega. And nobody ever wants to categorize. I never heard anybody say I'm an omega or I'm a gamma. Most of the world
jump straight to alpha. Straight to an alpha, and it's like, how?
Most of the world is comprised of deltas. That's the working person. Most of us aren't even alphas or betas. As much as we say, oh, this guy's a beta. He's not even a beta. He's probably an omega that you're referring to.
Just right on, it's like, the dominance hierarchy.
I think it goes back to nobody wanting to be
And I think it goes back to you don't really see average men walking around talking about I'm an alpha, I'm an omega, I'm a beta, I'm any of that. Men don't talk like that on regular. So that lets me know that her main focus is coming from, well, all these arguments are coming from watching different podcasts. Bob, when the last time you told somebody you an alpha?
Maybe like 2017.
Was it a man or a woman?
It was two brothers talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Talking to another bro, like. But once you see the difference in like Sigma and all that, I'm like, yeah, I would be more of that because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that just comes from being misled. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't have to be that dude, and that's how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? But once you learn better, you do better. You know what I mean? So I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah, I'm just tripping off. I don't really see a lot of dudes out here calling themselves alpha and sigmas in public. Like, I'm that alpha. Like that little kid. I need to get that video here. Oh, man. Yeah, like you don't really see a lot of dudes out here just saying that on the regular. That's not normal conversation. it's like you got to go back. You had to go back years to think about when the last time you even had to say it. And like I can see like playing sports and shit, motherfucker can be talking shit. I'm the most alpha motherfucker on this team, some shit like that. But I'm like, lady, men are not walking around calling themselves alpha betas and all this shit. You're getting that from the few podcasts that you've watched. And that's one thing that I had to get really good with when we started doing this content creation, separating the internet from real life. Because I know a lot of people get in front of a camera and show a side of themselves that they normally don't show on a day-to-day basis. They're doing something just because that camera make motherfuckers change. I don't get what it is. So you got to be able to distinguish between, okay, how much of this is actually true, or is this person just saying this shit just to say it? But I don't even understand why she got on the alpha shit. She switched the whole subject still. Once again, I'm gonna stick on that one. She over here switching up, and these dudes ain't catch that shit. But just even in the conversation, alpha, beta, sigma, gamma, all that shit, none of that shit fucking matters right now. That's not what we talking about. Let's keep going though.
Consider average. I mean,
that's basically
exactly.
Everybody hate that. Like, oh, I'm not average. What do you mean? So it's the same thing. So everybody want to be that top tier person.
But what do you guys consider an alpha male?
Leader, confident,
assertive, like you said, confident, leadership skills, somebody who demands respect from his peers. I think all of those combined make for usually a traditional alpha type of male.
That's what I feel like too. And I also think like a alpha male never really has to say they're alpha, but you could tell through their outcomes and what they show and like how they deal with a situation with the hand they're dealt. That it really speaks volume. You don't really hear alpha males running around saying I'm an alpha. You get me?
Yeah, for sure. But the crazy part is we don't like. We never use that term. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
it was based on animals.
I hear that word more from women, honestly. We just had a whole episode about alpha women. I'm an alpha. Like, I hear the term alpha more from women than I do from men nowadays. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, again, it goes back to women wanting to present that they're masculine or they have to be masculine. I'm an alpha woman. Like that to me is like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But just to go back to, the whole topic about the manosphere, because I hear women say, do men use the manosphere to bash women? And there are some men that do use that to, you know what I mean? There's podcasts, we like to focus on the black community or black men specifically. There's white men out here with way bigger platforms doing dating podcasts, having these same conversations. They're just as frustrated with their women as we are with our women. Like, we got different issues, but they're still having these same conversations. But nobody is saying nothing to the white men or the non-black men.
But they're having these conversations, but men, like, they're not really sitting around going as crazy as the black man. Like, for example,
they are.
My boyfriend, like, he mentors people, right? But listen, my boyfriend mentors, he watches all of these things. My boyfriend, he mentors people, right? So there was a guy that left a comment. He was going off, oh, these bum ass bitches, he can't find a woman, blah, blah. When he mentored the guy was making $10 an hour, about to get kicked out of his apartment. So my boyfriend asked him, like, why are you looking for women? Why are you on the internet complaining about women when you need to be building yourself up? So can you just imagine how many of those men are sitting around complaining about women?
Just like there's a lot of women like you complaining about the men that y'all don't give
I don't gotta complain about those damn men. Are you kidding me?
If women don't give a fuck about these men that they complain about, why do y'all care what they say on the internet?
No, I'm just saying,
like,
because you say you're here, but you're saying you're here for the community, right? So I'm saying, like, okay, there's men like that complaining. So it's like, what are some solutions for them? You guys, like,
and that's why they have consultations or coaching.
Let's be real. Do y'all really think that she cares about helping those men that are out here complaining about women?
Right.
She has an issue with those men, even while she has a man, because that sister code in her is just, she can't fight it. Like, baby girl, he hit her with something that women would say to a man. When a man calls out bad behavior in the women, well, if you don't like those things in those women, why don't you just deal with women that don't have those behaviors? On our side, it seems to be a lot of y'all have these exact same qualities. So it makes it really, really hard to find that woman. But on the women's side, like, lady, you don't care about those dudes. You don't want those dudes. You have a man. Why are you even talking about those dudes? You don't see a lot of married women in these spaces talking about relationships. You know why? Because they got their man. They don't care about that shit. What you got?
And the thing that tripped me out is, for one, going back to the beginning of the conversation, they said somebody calling the females out. They won't do that, but they want to call out all the dudes and their issues right now. You see that? Which one would be more scarier? That goes to show you who gets away with violence the most. And then not only that, with this situation, it's like, dog, we talking about the females and you want to switch it to dudes. Then you want to say, oh, dudes want this and this. That. Females are even worse. She probably ain't seen that Kendra G show. How many females come out there, got a gang of kids, baby daddies, issues, broke, ain't got nothing going for themselves, but they're able to come up and say they want a 6-figure nigga. Come on.
Brother, what's that?
Oh, my bad. I forgot to follow it up.
You're goddamn right.
Keep going. Keep going.
No, that was it. That was it.
No, he's 100% right. It is funny how she did try to play that earlier. I'm glad you brought that up. She played it earlier and tried to make it seem like these men shouldn't. These men. Well, right now she's trying to make it seem like why men on the internet complaining. But before earlier, she said she ain't finna say nothing to these women at all. You're not. You're really not trying to fix the problem. You just want to point the finger at the men. That's what it seems like. You want to call these men out. You are irritated with what these men are saying, but you know what these men are saying is true. But you just want to gaslight them, criticize them because you ain't gonna say nothing to the women because you know these bitches want to fight. Like that's crazy. Who you think can hurt you worse? Just being honest. But that lets you know the protection that we have in place. But that's shit that men put in place out here. A lot of women they claim they're scared and afraid of a lot of things. Man, they know they're very protected in society nowadays. Very protected. Let's keep going though.
Have those men put them in a place, but I think the women that's sitting there and complaining about why men are frustrated, why do y'all even care? They're not even on y'all radar. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Who's
like,
complaining about men being frustrated?
You shouldn't. You bringing it up.
You arguing somebody else's point like he said, but that's not true.
The only reason you here today is because you're frustrated with it.
You got friends like that? That want to know that?
I am speaking.
Who you speaking for?
For women.
Which ones?
She got to
Oh,
think
yeah,
about
watch
it.
that.
Which ones?
No,
Which
I'm just
ones?
saying, if you saying we speak for the black community, but I'm like, listen, like you saying that there's other races that have those podcasts.
They are
and stuff.
way larger,
Yeah,
with
but
way
do you-
larger subscriber base than black men. And I can list like 5 to
But
10
look
right
at
now.
the black men that is sitting behind that computer.
There's white men doing the same thing.
Shit, is white men acting like they black behind the computer.
So when Oprah and Ricky Lake was on TV and these women that was sitting at home fat and ugly, like, I hate these mom ass niggas. Who's speaking about them then? We can always go there.
But that's the issue. Because black women are not used to black men expressing themselves, now it's becoming an issue. It's like, I need black men, I need y'all to be quiet because y'all airing us out to everybody and y'all letting us know. And black women are volunteering to come on these podcasts and expose themselves. Y'all need y'all to shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all saying too much. And that's how it's coming off. Instead of y'all listening to black men and being like, you know what? I can understand your frustrations. Like, there are some black women that behave in this manner. Y'all rather stick to the sister code or tell black men they need to shut up. And I don't think that's.
I think y'all should tell black men what y'all want from them instead.
And you're not even talking about the podcast itself. You're talking about the guys in the comments. Like talking about what we talking about. Like
this whole thing. I'm just saying.
Just ignore the internet. The internet is something different. They done.
It is different. That's all.
A woman just said I was gay and all this other crazy shit. Just to come at me.
Women can criticize black men and nobody bats an eye. But the minute a man says, "Yo, fuck these bitches," y'all need to
Women are
like,
very
it's
disrespectful
crazy,
online
it's
as well.
crazy.
I'm a respectful man. I ain't never
fuck
fuck
these
a woman.
bitches. Man. It could be something as simple as, oh, y'all need to be more fit. Like that's a problem.
That's a problem. Is your mama fit?
Women do not take accountability. I can agree to that. I think I'll post to that conversation. I'm just defending women.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like it's necessary.
It's perpetuating the issue. Further perpetuating the issue.
Yeah. So you gonna get a high five when you get home and shit? Like, oh, you did that, girl. Like,
Listen, man, I just think that these conversations are going to be tough, especially with these new platforms. Like, there's going to be the gender war is going to happen for a couple of years. We're both frustrated. You get what I'm saying? So we're both going to air out our grievances, and we're going to have to listen to each other. And then at some point, after we listen to each other, we're gonna have to come to a compromise and a solution. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we can't sit there and try to silence black men's voices because y'all don't agree with it, or y'all feel like, hey, it might be bashing or whatever the case is. And I agree that black men shouldn't just be blatantly disrespecting black women. But if there's certain things that we saying, like, yo, we want more feminine women. Y'all shouldn't be like, yo, y'all need to be quiet or whatever the case is. Listen,
y'all need to toughen up.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, real quick, I wanna comment on something real quick because it tripped me out when they said they tried to dispute him like they in the spaces like that it ain't white man doing the same thing, or it ain't white man that got more subscribers. Like at the what's that one podcast? The whatever podcast. I ain't know that shit shot up like that. That shit got 3-4 million fucking subscribers, dog. What are we talking about? It's more of their podcasts that have way bigger numbers that a lot of men are watching from what you see, and they don't know. So how you gonna argue with somebody when they say that? No, it is them. They was the first ones. Like he said, Midtown, Red Pill. They the ones that started that. Manosphere Proper and all of that shit. That wasn't started by us. That was started by them.
No, white men got fed up first and
Thank
started
you. They
making these
been fed up.
podcasts. It wasn't the men.
Black man, it wasn't us. So they
Yeah.
can say whatever they want, get in their feelings, but that's the reality. And he brought up a good point. Have a conversation, figure out what we're gonna do now. But me as an individual, I have conversation within these spaces. But as far as trying to be a therapist and stuff, I already did that with a woman. Me, I'm in a place now where I need a woman that's healthy and coming in. I ain't got time to try to fix your issues and your daddy issue. Tell you need therapy. So for those women that try to get fixed, that's better for the men that got the patience. I ain't one of them.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, wait till a nigga done talking. But that's who they need. Those type of guys that's trying to have the patience, and they killing themselves in this dating market by not doing so and shutting up and listening.
I agree. We had Shiesty up in the building. Shiesty over here trolling already. But she said women have been raising boys into men since forever. Yeah, P West up in the building. Shout out to P West. Ain't seen you in a while. He said women can't raise boys to be men, but I always want to speak on what a real man should be doing or how they should move. Shiesty came back again and said as long as men have been going to war, women have raised men into warriors. And then P West came back and said, if the complaints are valid, then why are those observations villainized and classified as feminine? Holding women accountable is feminine. Yeah, I got you, man. Villainized, I got you. That's a good question for the ladies to answer. And I think I know the answer. They just can't take it. They can't take nobody telling them that they're wrong. But to Shiesty's comments, y'all don't raise men. That's the reason that y'all complain about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the dating market and how men are in society and stuff. That's a product of what a lot of ladies have done. Y'all picked the government over your man because you didn't want to listen to nobody besides the federal fucking government, and now you're gonna raise a bunch of pussies, a bunch of punks. And I'm not saying that a single mom can't raise a successful black man, but the odds are not in her favor. Women can't tell men what they should be when they don't even know how to be women. I'm just be honest with that. Women cannot. Let me repeat that one more time. Women cannot tell men how to be a man when majority of these ladies nowadays don't even know how to be a woman. Drop that mic.
What? Damn.
And I mean that with all due respect. With all due respect. But we got to be real out here. Twerking your ass, talking crazy. Go ahead.
My bad. I'll say two things real quick. We talked about this for a couple days ago. Women know that them by themselves can't raise a boy into the man. Now, I'm sure Shiesty Bum as a black woman heard this song a while back. K. Michelle had a song called You Can't Raise a Man. If a mama couldn't do it, what makes you think you can? You can't raise a man. And then on the second thing, whatever women, single mothers may maintain their children to adulthood, but for us raising them into a man, they don't do that. Because any man that y'all can think of, you want to name LeBron James, you want to name Kevin Durant, you want to name whoever came out here being a single man and made it somewhere. They always had male leadership, whether it was their coach, where if it was the music industry, they had a man to teach them the game. If you look at John Singleton, guy or so, he learned the game from Spike Lee. You feel what I'm saying? You look at Ice Cube, he learned the game from Eazy-E and Dr. Dre. It was always men teaching each other what it takes to be a man, especially black men in this, you know what I'm saying, in this country. So respectfully, women got to stop lying. Y'all are not raising these boys into men. Y'all may maintain them, but they always need some man to look up to.
Can't do it if you don't know what it's like. But let's keep going now.
What? You don't watch the show.
Yeah,
you clearly don't watch the show. Like,
they're always talking about.
Ain't no way, bro. Who's saying that? Come on, bro. And then it's like, all right, when y'all was holding us accountable, we weren't like turning around and saying, "Oh, y'all need to shut up." We was improving ourselves. They were saying, "Yo, there's deadbeats all over." Black fathers are in the homes more than ever now. You know what I mean? So when men are saying things, women need to listen and hold themselves accountable too. You can't just be arguing just to argue. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's one of the big problems. We do have a lot of ladies that they internalize things that's happened to other women, and they project that shit on. Like, when I think a lot of mothers project that shit onto their daughters, and then on top of that, they just continue bullshit that they've never even seen in their life. I've seen women come from very, very good backgrounds. Dad done work hard, grinded. Mother has a decent job too, or maybe she's a stay-at-home mom taking care of them kids, and they'll come out trying to act like they grew up in the fucking projects or some shit. But all this ratchet type behavior, this ratchet type mindset, I'm like, you don't come from that. I even had to say that before to like my brothers and sisters before. I'm like, we don't come from that. Why the fuck y'all talking like that? Like, we don't come from that type of lifestyle.
Real quick, Jay, did you time out Shiesty Bomb? You timed out?
Nah, she's still writing comments.
No, she's talking about why she got timed out.
I didn't time you out. Maybe one of my moderators did that, but I didn't time you out, Shiesty.
Hey, don't blame me. Don't put me on there talking about I ain't do that.
I'm just saying, it wasn't me. I didn't time out. I ain't time you out. That's what you cut me out to ask me, did I time her out?
I'm sorry, my bad. You was going, my bad. Please continue, my brother.
Oh, okay. So now I see a little gay in you. Good. When you did this, I saw it.
That's terrible.
Hey, man. You know, all right. Look at my eyes. Okay, roll them. Let's go.
This shit terrible. But nah, fucking up. I think a lot of ladies need to stop doing that shit. But look, we always know that the men need to be better than. I'm the type of dude, and I advise a lot of dudes. I don't deal with a lot of that shit from ladies. Like, I'll talk about these conversations on the internet, on this platform, but in my day-to-day life, I don't deal with that shit. I have no problem getting the fuck up and leaving, because the number one thing that's the most important to me is my peace. And I've been there, done that. I dated women on all these different continents. I don't got time for none of y'all bullshit. And men, I notice, at least for myself, I can speak for myself. I'm very considerate and very understanding when I'm in relationships with somebody. Very giving, very compassionate, trying to make the girl happy. But there's always a limit. And I think a lot of dudes are getting to that point where they have limits, whether it's on the front end, back end, or in the middle, of not tolerating bullshit that comes from ladies. And ladies, I'm just be honest with you. A lot of y'all bring that bullshit. I can't speak for the fuck niggas out here, because guess what? I ain't one. But it's neither here nor there. Shiesty came back and said black men got a lot of work to do before they start making demands. If you say so, Shiesty, I can't help you with that. I make all the demands in any relationship that I'm in. I got a certain standard that I'm willing to uphold, and there's a standard of things that I won't accept. She said, or jaded. She say, JVJ, do you think you're bitter or jaded? Nah, not really. I haven't really had a lot of bad relationships.
Did she actually put better or bitter?
She put bitter.
Oh, it sounded like you said better. I was like, she's put better? You better get your spelling together before you start talking about what men can and can't do. That's what I was about to say, but that's my bad. Go ahead, Jay. I'll answer that next.
But nah, to your question, Shiesty, nah. I wouldn't think I was bitter about it. I haven't had bad relationships like that. Now, have I broken up with every girl I've ever been with? Yeah. But they're just doing stuff that annoyed me. It doesn't make you bitter. Like, I hold grudges, but not on shit like that. I'd rather hold a grudge on op for, saying some gay shit on the show than
Hey, nigga. Hey. Watch that.
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
But nah, fucking in all honesty
Oh,
and realness.
English drinking that mother.
Hey man, like, if you keep hitting me with it, I'm gonna keep hitting with these buttons tonight. Fucking in all honesty, nah, I don't hold shit like that against women like that. I think a lot of ladies are bitter about a lot of the dudes that they done dealt with, but I can say dudes are too. But nah, in this case, nah, I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit. Like I always like my granddad put it in my head as a young man growing up. Don't get caught up on these little girls because there's always some more. And I literally have that mindset. One chick don't want to act right. There's another one that will. And cute girls are a dime a dozen. It's not hard to find y'all. Like a dude that's actually gonna stand on his square, do what he's supposed to do, be a protector, be a provider. That's harder for you to find. So every chick that I done had to let go, I just look at it like, yeah, y'all lost something. Y'all lost something. It's only been one chick that I lost. So, but yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it right now. Sassy did come back and say it's more likely that the women all left you. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that didn't happen. And Ken said, "Hey, Shiesty." Shiesty said, "We know men don't leave women. On average, they don't." Shiesty said, "Kenny, hello," and Kenny said, "You ever gonna?" Nah, she ain't gonna cam up, man. Go ahead.
I'll
You
catch you
on me?
over that. This might be risky. I'll catch you over there one day slipping. But it's all good, my little dust bunny. So, anyways, I'll say this. I don't really think that we are asking for too much. The things we're asking for are real simple. Just be more pleasant. Don't always have the attitude. Don't think somebody always trying to do you wrong. That actually does come to you correct. Don't treat a decent man like shit because he's not 6 foot something or he ain't the richest. You know what I'm saying? Or he ain't the cutest and stuff like that. So I don't really think that black man requests are really that bad for
Mm-hmm.
that to be said. You know what I'm saying? So I think when I hear certain females inquiries, certain ones I can't understand. Like when I see certain things, like if you dealing with a female, right, but you the type of dude that want to cheat, I don't think she wrong for saying, "Hey, let me go. I ain't got time to be playing games with that." I wholeheartedly agree with that. Or you know what I'm saying, being disrespectful to her because you think you superior, like that fake God complex. I can't stand dudes like that either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that either side has too many things that are wrong, but I think when the women start saying about how much money a man need to make and all that, I think women have a little more things they're asking for than men are. Because we simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Walk through the park, all that holding hands, all stuff. Men say they won't do with a woman, knowing they will. Especially if you love your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
Picnics,
sure
different
will. They
shit.
will fold.
So so I just don't see if you got a good dude, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? I don't think men are asking for too much. It's basic shit.
That's a reasonable man, but I do think some men do be asking for too much, and I'll be like, yeah, good luck with that.
But I mean,
Have
I'm
you?
talking about
But you
on
can ask
average.
for it. I ain't mad at men having
No,
standards. You
but
can ask
Lena,
for
I got a
it.
question. But I got a question though, Lena. On average, do you think the normal man is asking for too much if he just saying he would like for our women to just be more pleasant? Is that too much to ask for,
No, I
realistically?
would want women to be more pleasant. But I'll be thinking about some stuff that they be asking for, and I'd be like, just like women be like, "Oh, I want 6 figure." Like, yeah, you could ask for it, but will you get it? That's honestly how I feel. Like they be asking, yeah, I want you to, I want you to, go ahead and do 50-50, submit, cook and clean, have a baby. You should be able to do all of that. What you gonna do? I'm just gonna work and come home and pay half the bills. I mean, I can understand for some of that to come into play at some times, maybe you have to go 50-50. Sometimes, things occur. I'm reasonable. You could, man could lose your job. You might have to pay all the bills at one point. I understand that. However, it's just on average what they're asking for before circumstances and stuff like that.
But see, this is the thing. This I think. See, that's another thing I was just speaking to with certain dudes. I ain't gonna say that's the average dude, but certain dudes say that that's unrealistic. We call them out because, matter of fact, it was one time we was doing a reaction to this dude talking to this chick. She was talking to him, and he said he had 3-4 kids, but he still wants a woman with no kids. Me and Jay was like, shut your punk ass up, bro. Really? So he said, oh, she ain't gonna have to deal with our kids. Well, we say women be lying when they say that. So you expect us to believe that you got your oldest child is 13 and your other daughters is younger than that she ain't gonna have to deal with your children at all? And y'all in a serious relationship? Bro, you talk shit about delusional females. You're a delusional half a female. Bro, let's keep it real. So the average dude, let's keep it funky. The average dude is helping his girl with the kids, helping clean and helping cooking in the house. The average dude is doing it. Yes, there is. I've done
I
that.
don't think so.
Wait, listen. I've done that. All the dudes around me, when they're in relationships, they do the same thing. They help with their kids. They take their kids to games. They take their kids, pick up their kids from school, drop them off to school. They go to the practice with them. They help them with their homework. They helping them. You know what I'm saying? They helping cook. They getting food and groceries and stuff in the house as well. They helping clean
you
up.
talking about their biological kids? Yeah, okay, I misunderstood.
I'm saying I'm talking about on average, guys in relationships help their women with half of the stuff. The only difference is, I keep it real with you more. A lot of times women don't think dudes do a good enough job.
Okay, yeah, I can understand. They can be picky about how they want things done. Okay, I agree with you, but I don't think men help in that way. I think men do help. Don't get me wrong. Like, I see men, and I'd be lying if I say men don't pick up the children or take them to the practice.
Yeah, because you have to be fair. Because think about it, Lena, I can combat you back, but I'm not going to. I'm just saying this in conversation because we have to be fair on that. Because think about it, if that's the case, then men could say y'all not helping 50-50 with the bills like y'all claiming.
Now, men do help with bills. My thing with men, and
No. I said no. Listen, hear me out. I said I could combat you, or another guy could say, well, y'all don't help 50-50 with the bills like y'all claim y'all do. That's why I say we should not say men ain't helping more these days. Like back in the days, yeah. Because you got to think, men was working 6-7 days a week back in the days before they put certain laws into place where you could get your
they
weekend.
were working more, and they were putting in and take care of the house.
You wouldn't have no job. You had no choice to work them 6 days. But what I'm saying is, these days, men are doing more to help women in the house, just like women are doing more to help with bills in the house. So I think we got to stop conflating one over the other. I think there is that reciprocity, but the problem is we're not being honest about it, and then we can't get nowhere if we just keep saying one is not doing as much as the other should be doing.
Okay.
He said she cooks and cleans.
You know she can't cook no oxtail. Stop lying. And Candy don't know nothing about no oxtail. That's why she can lie to him and say oxtail. All she did was chop up some hamburger and say it was oxtail.
No, I make oxtail soup. I can't make it like the Jamaicans. I know how to make oxtail soup.
Hold
on now, because Black Americans now, let's not go there. Black Americans can put down on some oxtail now. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say
Lena like Kamala Harris, she Indian. Let's see, you got to get them seasons down. But P. West said, men have to be the protector in the face of danger 100% of the time, and that's not valued enough by women. Imagine complaining about chores to a man willing to die for you in the drop of a dime. Yeah, like that is one thing that a lot of people need to actually take.
That is a good point.
Like the standard that's held upon men, the requirements held upon men is way greater than anything that a man asks a woman. Men are simple, so we don't really ask for a lot. And I understand y'all want to keep saying
where you're coming from. I do appreciate the protection. Like they say, women who are in relationships and have men that live in the house full time are least likely to be attacked. They are in place for just in case men act as a deterrent. I give you that. However,
I want you to understand something, Lena, because I think you about to get it mixed up already, and a lot of ladies do. Protection is more than just jumping in front of a bullet for you or pushing you out of the way of a car.
No, that's shiesty. You might as well say that as shiesty bum because she just said that in the comment.
I know, but I know Lena's probably going to lean that way. Protection comes in many forms, and it's just not physical all the time.
I could agree with you because somebody taught me that protection. Because protection could be the same as like changing the wheel, like, you know, preventing, like, hey, your tires are shoddy. I'm protecting you from preventing you from having a car accident. So that could be protection.
Yeah,
I
prevention. Yeah.
understand. Putting locks in the doors, making sure the windows are locked. You're like, yeah, I
So
agree
you
with
don't walk
that.
out of this house wearing certain shit.
I mean, they get what they get. I can't
Telling
help
you don't drive
it.
down a certain road, telling you not to hang out with certain people. All that stuff is protection. It's all encompassed. So just don't get caught up on the man throwing himself in front of strangers. Because honestly, I'll tell you this: a lot of ladies, I've been noticing this lately when it comes to the protection conversation. They want to be able to mouth off, talk shit, and still have a man protect them.
Oh no, I ain't about to put my man in danger.
Now, I just know some ladies that do that a lot, and I'm like, you're not putting yourself in the best possible situation to get the best outcome with your man, and then it shows how little you care for your man because you wouldn't put him in that situation. And I've seen too many ladies do it on the regular because they just expect their man is gonna have their back, and that ain't right. I'll just be honest, that ain't right at all.
As a matter of fact,
At
Lena,
all.
can I tell you about a scenario? Another one that actually gets women to hurts women because they lose their protection real quick.
What's
So check this out. My pops was telling me about because it was like this younger dude across they kind of corner across from his house or whatever, and this dude was a little loony. You know what I'm saying? He was on meds, but still going in and out of prison being violent. So he told me he was outside, him and his partner, you know what I'm saying? They old coons and shit. That's what they call themselves. I ain't saying that's what they call themselves. So they outside chilling, having a couple brews. And he said he seen her, the chick that he was staying with, he seen her older cousin or uncle or something like that pull up in the truck, walk up to them while they was outside, and he could hear him. And he was like, listen, I'm hearing that you putting your hands on my niece. I'm hearing that you stopping her from going to work. They calling my wife, telling me where she at. Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. And my pop said he seen her with her arm in a sling, black eye and everything. So uncle was like, dog, you put your hand on my niece again, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Now think it's a game. So a week or so passed, he did it again. Unc came over there with about 10, 15 other family members, cousins and other uncles. Came over there, kicked the door down because they went to open the door, kicked the door down, threw the nigga outside the door. He was looking like Jazz on Fresh Prince. Ah! They say he fell on the ground. Before he can get up, they helped him up and slammed his ass and stomped the shit out of him. And guess who was yelling, stop? Other females. Stop, you gonna kill him. Now, mind you, what was these same people that talking about don't hurt him when this fuck nigga was beating the shit out this woman, this young lady? They ain't say shit. They ain't say nothing to this nigga when he came out the door. They ain't get no man to say nothing. So the family members came and did what they were supposed to do. Fucked his ass up. Couple weeks or so, 2-3 weeks went past. Guess what? This girl is back with this nigga again. So the uncle now come to find out because my pops knew the uncle, you know, from around the way. He was like, I ain't going over there no more. Because she also called the police on her uncle now.
Oh no, I would never call the police on. She crazy. I would have left her.
So now, uncle and all the family members, we ain't going over there no more. God bless her. Hopefully, you know, she'll be all right. But we ain't finna go over there no more. We protecting you, and then you mean to tell me you call the police on us? We ain't going over there no more. So, Lena, that's another situation where a lot of women lose their protection. And I've seen this for years where guys was like, man, I ain't jumping in that shit.
I've seen that
and I used to
too.
wonder why.
It happened to my cousin. I've seen that too. My cousin did that dumb shit. I don't understand what's wrong with her. And she do not care. She might get her kids taken away.
Now, let me ask you something. Now, after her family members put themselves in that situation, do you honestly think they're wrong to say, I'm going to leave that alone after she called the police on them?
No, they're not wrong.
See? And that's what we mean by protection. A lot of women be losing their protection like that, too.
Well, my cousin had a similar situation. I don't know what the hell she blessed. The shit that happened didn't go viral. Do you know he attacked her on Facebook Live? He lived it. Talk about he's going to stab her. Her 2 kids ran in front of her. She got little bitty kids. Her kids at the time was like 7 and 8. And So it went viral. I'm not viral. She lucky to go viral. She took it down, but we got tagged. His crazy ass tagged the family members. This confronting her about cheating. She wasn't cheating any of that. He just was high and on drugs. So after that, my other cousin, her nephew, stayed, and he attacked her. So he jumped on him and called the police after he beat his ass. He, was like, look, I'm about to beat your ass or whatever. And he called the police. My cousin got mad because when he called the police and she got kids, whatever, they put a restraining order against him. And she was mad at my cousin about that. So she had to stay at the hotel. So she went to go stay at the hotel and he came over at the hotel. I was like, what the hell? Why is the family paying for a hotel for you to stay? And he's staying in the house because he's on a lease and she can't stay there and be with him. That was crazy as hell because they was doing wellness checks on the house.
Wow. See what I'm saying? And Shiesty Bum, you just lost my crush. You just I ain't got a crush on you no more. You ain't my dust bunny no more. Talking about I'm disingenuous and all that. And then go talking about something, yeah, they should have told him not to beat up the dude because the uncle could have went to jail. No, they didn't kill the dude. They roughed him up good enough. But then the niece called the police on them. So how am I dumb? But y'all say we don't do enough. And now Shiesty Bum in the comments arguing for the fuck nigga? That's what you technically arguing for. Don't say nothing no more about what men don't do because everything we said, you discounted. That's why a lot of brothers are walking away, Shiesty Bum. Good job.
And shout out to my uncanny. He's out here sugar mommy. It's so retarded. I did go shopping drugs for him. I hope my baby loves and stuff like that.
Oh my God!
But thank you, Lena. But thank you, Lena, for being understanding. Bump Shiesty Bum. Thank you, Lena, for being understanding what I said.
All right, well, check this though. We ain't done with the Daily Wrap Up Crew because they had another part to this conversation that we are gonna get into, y'all. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. The panel link, if you want to lean your opinion outside of the comment section, you can click that link. Come up here as always. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to CJ up in the building. And see, he also said, what kind of Lifetime movie shit? And then Shiesty came in and said, and let's not act like men don't put their female family members in the same situations. You are disingenuous. Okay. If you say so.
I was about
Let's
to drag
keep
a bitch
on.
from my cousin, the same cousin.
That's rare.
Man, she was.
There's a lot less
It
common.
does happen. It does happen,
it's a
but
lot
it
less
is
common than
less
what
common.
other
Yeah,
ways.
it is really less common. It really is.
You know, we can talk about. Look, man. Sometimes we have lunar eclipse. That shit don't happen every fucking night. But
Yeah,
either
because
way,
we
though.
can see more videos where we've already shared those and reacted to way more videos of dudes putting their life on the line, losing their life, getting deleted, protecting their woman, and going to prison. Like, it's a game. Like, especially them Alabama twins. You remember that, Jay?
Man, you remember that dude down there in Florida I showed a while back? He was
Randolph.
the former football player. He dealing
Randolph.
with this lady. She married. Look, but we these situations happen all the time. So I get ladies, y'all want to say, well, the men do it too. It's not on the same level, not even close. But back to the Daily Wrap Up Crew. And I will say this, neither one makes it right, but we're gonna talk about the one that happens the most. Majority matters. Oh damn, I got it on mute. All right, here we go. My bad.
Listen, let me get to this next topic. What do you think is stopping relationships nowadays from being successful? So we always hear about, failed relationships and, obviously divorces and things of that nature.
I feel like people thinking they have more options.
Back to the option. Okay. Right.
Yeah, people thinking they have more options. And I think social media plays a huge part in it because it opens up everybody's options. So instead of working on what's going on in home, everybody's like, you know what, like, fuck it, I don't want to deal with it because I can go find better. And then they drop a picture, you slide in somebody's DM, and then they just feel like there goes all those options. That's what I feel like.
Who do you think she's referring to? You think she's talking about men? I know she keeps trying to make it seem like everybody, but who do you think she's describing right now? Who is she describing right now?
Can you back that up? Because you're right. She lost the fuck out of me just then.
Relationships and, obviously divorces and things of that nature.
I feel like people thinking they have more options.
Back to the option. Okay. Right.
Yeah, people thinking they have more options, and I think social media plays a huge part in it because it opens up everybody's options. So instead of working on what's going on in home, everybody's like, you know what, like fuck it, I don't want to deal with it because I can go find better. And then they drop a picture, you slide in somebody's DM, and then they just feel like there goes all those options.
Who do you think she's talking about?
Sadly enough, whether she realizes or not, she's talking about women. But see, that's why a lot of females will say they don't care about the stats because it's gonna prove a lot of them wrong on their feelings. 90% of the dudes I know that's divorced, they didn't file for divorce. That's not, and I know at least 10 dudes that was married. So 9 of them got left,
go
and
ahead.
the one divorced himself. That was one.
Look, Shicey said y'all so damn cap. Shicey, earlier, didn't you when I was telling you about my previous relationships and breaking up with every girl I've never been broken up with in my life, your rebuttal to me saying that was that nah, these women broke up with me.
Because
That
men
was
don't leave women. That's what she said.
Yeah. So she knows that to be true. But remember, exceptions don't make the rule. Majority of the time, women are the ones leaving relationships and leaving marriages. We have the data to prove that. It's not even, I don't even understand why that's even up for discussion. So when this lady is speaking the way she's speaking, she's trying to make it seem like it's all encompassing men and women. But honestly, everything that she said pertains to women on a majority scale. There are exceptions for men. I will give you that. But majority of the time, what she just said applies to women. Am I wrong?
Your own point there, player. Your own point.
I
Chill.
just want to double check. P. West said, use your own life as the data. How many men you know murdered in those situations compared to how many women, I guess, how many women were deleted in those situations compared to men? I got you compared to women. And then Shicey said, I don't know any men deleted. Okay. Let's keep going.
That's what I feel like is going on right now. But I don't feel like it. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check you out. What about y'all?
So I agree with her about the illusion of a bunch of different options. I also feel like in like modern times now, women are becoming more independent. I don't know if that transition is because we want to be, or if that transition is because, like she mentioned earlier, like the role switching. Like a lot of women are like more masculine, and a lot of men are more feminine now. And so, you'll have a woman out here with 2 jobs, and the man is the one getting home early from work, and and then the same man still wants to go out and cheat and do all this with different women. It's like, bro, I'm paying more bills than you, and you know what I mean. The women back in the days, I felt like they, the men, they came home and put their check on the
how does that define as a man getting feminine? Because I keep hearing it, I just don't understand what they're saying. Because women are getting more masculine, they're looking at their man as feminine. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe men are becoming feminine. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see it. Maybe you guys could explain it to me, because I just feel like women trying to be men more, and they're looking down on their partners.
Well, I can when she said that, I can see, because there's a lot of single parent households, and a lot of boys are being raised by their moms, so they are becoming more feminine.
But how though? Like, what's an example? Because we had women.
I don't know if she know it. But y'all.
You just triggered my trap card!
I want her to say that again. Say that again. To try to justify your argument for the other woman, say that one more time.
Well, I can when she said that, I can see, because there's a lot of single parent households, and a lot of boys are being raised by their moms, so they are becoming more feminine.
But how though? Like, what's an example?
If that's the case, who do you blame for that? Who would you blame for that?
Man, come on, man. You already know.
I just need. We just now to let the people know, man. Who would you blame for that in that situation? For the men, because the complaint is these men are feminine. But then she said that the women are raising these men. So who would you blame for that?
The woman.
You're goddamn right.
I think a lot of ladies tell on themselves whether they know it or not. Now, Shicey, I knew this was going to come. Somebody was going to say this. She says she blames the absent father. So you blame the person that's not there for why the reason somebody turned out a certain way when there's somebody there constantly influencing that person every day. Matter of fact, where my boy at?
Right.
Amazing.
And let's not forget, she just said earlier that women raise men into being warriors with all these wars.
That is true.
So
Let's
if
not
that's the
forget.
case, how do you switch from that and say, oh, it's because of the absent fathers? What does it matter if y'all raising men to be warriors?
Now,
I gotta know.
I don't think women can raise a man completely to a boy to be a man. There's some things that they are miss. I believe there's some parents, some women can do a general job to make them adult and capable to navigate in the society. But as a man, no, I didn't say that they raise them to war. There might be, a few or whatever, but as a whole, no. So I think it's men. I kind of blame both, kind of. If the mom did a poor job in selecting the man, then yes. But if she did her best and she picked a man that she thought would be an involved father, then I blame the father. It's the dad, because you can't blame a woman for not raising a boy. She could never do it. She's a woman. I blame the absent father.
So, Lena, if that's the case, because the way I believe it, a man can only blame himself for the relationships that he get into, and a woman can only blame herself for the relationships that she gets into. But going off of your logic, who's to blame in this situation right now?
The absent father.
So you still blaming the man?
Yeah, because even if he's not there because of her, or because he's just not there, whatever, he's still the absent father. She's being held accountable by raising her child. If she's still being involved, yeah, it's the man's fault.
You think a woman is being held accountable by having to raise her kid?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
That's accountability. If you're doing what you're supposed to do.
No, that's not accountability. Women fight to get the kids. The government gives the women the kids because they fought so much for it. What are you talking about? That's not accountability. That you're getting rewarded. What parent doesn't want to be in that? What? So in your mind, raising your own child is a burden to you. We got to dig deep. We got to dig deep into this female psyche, because it seems like
burden and accountability are two different things.
No. You're saying
that's a good point, Lena.
Women always say this. I had to do this. I had to do this. You're talking about raising your own kids as if it's a problem. Taking accountability is when you did something wrong, Lena, and this is your punishment. Your accountability is your punishment. So are your kids your punishment?
Accountability doesn't mean that you're wrong. That as a punishment, you could be held accountable for things that you want. You're responsible.
Lena, have you ever been held accountable for getting a good grade on a test?
Well, yeah, I was held accountable. That's my grade.
No, you were not held accountable for getting a good grade. You might have been given praise. You might have been celebrated. You might have been congratulated.
Yeah, you get rewarded and get moved to the next grade.
That's a reward, but I'm still held accountable.
Guess what? The way you talk about women having to raise their kids and taking accountability, that is a punishment. So you're looking at raising your own.
So going to school, if I'm accountable for my grades, regardless of what I get, it's a punishment. I'm getting an education.
The way you're framing it, whether you know it or not, you're pretty much giving the same talking point that a lot of ladies give, and it comes off as if It's a punishment that you have to raise
It's
your
not
kid.
a punishment. You were
But that's the way
saying
you talk about
that
it. That's the way you
no,
talk
what I'm
about it.
saying is women are being held. People keep saying, "Oh, you need to
They're
be
not held
held accountable for what for not having a father." And I'm like, but they are being held accountable because they're raising their child.
Oh, wait,
That's
hold on.
being
Let me
held.
add this in there, Jay. Let me add this in there. This is why it's not what you think it is, Lena, because do you know that before no fault divorce, when a woman pleaded her case to get a divorce, the kids usually stayed with the father?
Okay.
So if we're talking about being held accountable, in that instance, the father was the one that wanted to be accountable for the children. He didn't get no benefits when that was going on. Once women was able to get their kids when it came to those court systems, they started getting benefits from it. But before no fault divorce in the early 70s, women would just leave and then don't have to worry about nothing. So when you say what Jay is trying to say, and you gotta pause for a second and actually listen. When you say that is accountability for you getting your children, when you decide to leave a marriage and then you're able to get government assistance, you're able to get child support, some cases alimony, that is a reward. That would be like you got an A
That is
plus
not an
and you're moving
award.
no, listen what I'm saying. That is not you being accountable if you're fighting to keep your kids. That's not the same thing. You get rewarded your kids, and the father loses his kids, and he's the one that got to fight for his kids. He's the one that got to fight for custody because, like, I'll give you a situation that people would know both people most likely. With the situation with Nas and his ex-wife Khalees, when he would come to get his kids, she would stop him from getting his kids, and guess what? He would have to go file a motion, a petition to go back to court and wait a month or two just to go back to court to see what the decision was going to be. Because it'd be times that they had agreement in the court that he can get his kids, and she would say no, and the police would not make her give over the kids. He would have to go file a motion. So that is not being held accountable. That is being rewarded your kids, whereas the man have to fight to get partial custody of his kids, the 50-50. So what Jay is saying, when you say, oh, we're being held accountable, no, you're being rewarded because those are your kids. If you love your kids, that's a reward. That's not accountability. You're not being held accountable when they reward your kids because you can say you don't want them and give them back to the father, and women don't. So that's not accountability. That's a reward because you love your kids. Simple as that.
Or you
It
just want to keep them
depends.
away from the father.
I'm in. Okay, it depends. This is what I'm saying.
It doesn't depend, Lena. The framing of your argument, and it's not just your argument. I'm not just trying to come at you. It's the argument that a lot of ladies have. I had to raise these kids. You the one that fought to keep these kids away from their father. We already have the data out about black men wanting to be in their kids' lives and being in their kids' lives in spite of. Because I don't care what ladies want to say. I don't care how many times y'all want to keep telling this lie. When y'all break up with a man that y'all had a kid with, y'all use that kid as leverage. And I don't care how many of
I don't
y'all
think it's on
crazy ass
average.
heifers. Lena, I need you to do one thing.
Please stop talking.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second. We gonna be dead ass serious because women see it too. And if you keep perpetuating this bullshit ass lie, this situation that you know happens, if you keep denying it, we're gonna really have some problems. A lot of y'all ladies get in your fucking feelings because y'all are emotional, and you use those kids as leverage against that man. You use those kids as if you got a trophy that this man need to get. You got the last drop of water on earth, and this man need a sip. You hold that shit above a man. That is not taking accountability for nothing. That is a prize that you can hold above somebody to try to get them to do whatever the fuck you want or to fuck with them. And a lot of my sisters do it. I know a lot of white women that do it too. And y'all need to be honest about it. Stop sitting here acting like these men don't want to be in their kids' lives. There are exceptions of men that don't. But majority of men want to be in their kids' lives. And the reason that a lot of those men are not in their kids' lives is because these bitter ass bitches that keep those kids away from those men. Stop the goddamn cap. You can
And
beg
real
to
quick,
differ all
oh my
goddamn
bad,
day
go ahead.
because you're a woman. You can beg to differ all goddamn day till the cows
Because
come
the
home, Lena,
statistic says
because
that
you're a
men
woman. No, it doesn't.
I have
Statistics don't back that up.
Statistics prove that when men apply for custody, they actually beat women at a higher rate. They actually
Hey,
statistically
Lena.
more likely to get the children, and that is the
No,
truth.
no. See,
Lena.
wait. Oh, please, I was just about to debunk that.
No, I'm just gonna hit her with something real quick. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought all these, I ain't all because I want to lead her somewhere. Aren't all these men broken, dusty?
I don't know if they all broken, dusty. Most men
No,
and
ain't that the narrative? Ain't that what women say all the time? These men ain't got no money. These men broken, dusty.
I don't know.
Now you don't know.
Statistically, because statistically, men make more money than men by $10,000.
Okay, here, let me ask it a different way. Have you ever heard that women talk about all men being broken, dusty?
I heard them, but statistically, that's not true.
I'm saying, have you heard that a lot from multiple women?
Yeah, I've heard it, but that don't mean it's true.
Okay. Look, I'm just saying you heard it. It's a narrative that women push,
Y'all
right?
make $10,000 more than
I'm
us.
saying, is it a narrative that women push, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a narrative that women push. They're broken, dusty. Then you turn around and say that these men do not go and file all these things. First off, these men broken, dusty. They got to be stupid too. They can't be knowledgeable about how this court system works. And then on top of that, they don't have a lawyer to advise them because once again, they're broken, dusty, right?
I guess, but
I'm
most
just saying,
men
just
don't know
follow
how the
the
court
train. No,
system
hold
works.
on, Lena, just follow the train. Just follow the train because we're using female logic. We're going to use female logic and see if we can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're broken, dusty. They're dumb. They don't have enough money to fight for their kids, which might be a reason why they're not fighting for their kids. But we also need to ask the question, why do they even have to fight for their kids? That's another one. But they're broken, dusty, and they don't got enough money. They can't get a lawyer. They can't fight for their kids.
But
and still these men, well, hold on, Lena. But still, according to the CDC, these black men are still the most involved fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense. Using your logic, your female logic. I just want to see if you can make some ice cream out of that shit.
Oh, I can easily do that. One thing, I didn't say they weren't involved or whatever. I know the CDC has statistics out. I think the statistics was voluntary, but I've never made the argument that they're not. However, you're saying that I think after a certain age, I can't remember, I was reading statistics that courts ask both parents, like when there's like a divorce or something, who wants custody, or they ask what's in the best interest of the child. It doesn't say, oh, it should go automatically to the mother. They go by the best. They even ask children who would they rather live with.
No,
Lena, wait, let me stop you right there. Let me jump in. Lena, you telling half truths. Automatically, especially depending on the state, which is majority of the states, the mother automatically gets the kids. The man has to turn around and file a motion to get his kids, and he has to show proof why the kids need to stay with him. And not only that, there are rich men that still have to fight this case. Instead of them being like, well, hold on, because like Chris Rock's situation, the comedian, Chris Rock got all the money, not his wife. Instead of them saying, "What? Hey, cause this is what they used to do before no fault divorce." They would have been like, "Well, Chris Rock got all the money. Why would we give her the kids in the house? That's
Because
his shit. He paid for that."
Because money doesn't guarantee that he's a better
No,
parent. Just
no.
because he has more
But listen what I'm
money-
saying. But wait. Listen what I'm telling you. If you're gonna sit there and tell me that the mother has nothing compared to the father, what is that background? A mutual, what you call it? Hello?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so think about it though, Lena. If the mother doesn't have as much money as the father, you just said we made 10,000 more. I'm talking about a millionaire, but we can take it there. If the father is the one that has more money, he most likely has a more stable home and situation than the mother does. So he's going to be able to take care of that child or those children better than the mother can. All that nurturing don't mean shit if you out on the street. It doesn't mean shit. So when they start giving government assistance, they had to because they know the women don't make more money than the men do.
Just because that's not fair either to say that. Just because Chris Rock has more money than her doesn't guarantee that he would be a better father. And that doesn't mean just because she might have less money, that she was a worse off parent. We don't know that she's broke or that she has the
No,
ability to make money.
we do know. Listen, we do know he makes more than her.
So I
That's
know
simple.
he makes more than, just because he makes more than her
But
does
Lena,
not
how
mean
can you
he's going to be a better parent.
Lena? How can you be a better parent if you and your kids is on the fucking street?
That doesn't mean she was going to be on the street.
How, if he's the one that had the money? If she hold on, if she was the one was able to do all this, she would have her own shit. She wouldn't have had to get rewarded his house. She wouldn't have to get rewarded child support. She wouldn't have to get rewarded alimony. Like, we got to stop going off our feelings that, oh, the mother is better because the mother is more nurturing. When we see the stats show, it's either a 2-parent house or it's a father house that raised kids better than single
And that's
mothers
not
do.
fair to say that, because they did a
This is
study. I
true.
provided information back, because they're studying why dads do better than women. It's because they're more likely to replace a mother, like a surrogate, like they have help. Women do not. Men are less
That is
likely to
a
take on a
lie.
stepchild.
That is a lie. That is
That
a
is the
lie,
truth.
Lena.
Men
Think
are
about what
least
you just
likely
said.
to take on stepchildren.
Wait.
Women are more likely to take on stepchildren than men, and that is the
Listen,
truth.
no, that is not.
And let's
You
go
got to
back to her
show.
making money. Just
Hold
because
on,
she
no,
got the
wait.
house and
Let's stick
stuff.
to what you just said. Let's just stick to what you just said before you switch it again. If men make more money, they are able to put the children in more of a stable situation. If women were better at that, then they would have both. If you mean to tell me that men are more likely to raise the kids better because of structure, that's what it is. Men are better at structure for
No,
kids than women are.
no.
So who the kids respect more? Father, I'm gonna call your daddy, or I'm gonna call your mama?
I was scared of both of them.
No, that's because you have
My
both
mama,
parents. But if it's separated,
low
they're
key,
gonna be
actually,
more
my
scared of
mom.
it.
My mom is actually harder than my dad.
Overall, it is the father, and this is the problem that we keep having. Y'all want to throw feelings in there, and then when y'all want to throw numbers that conflate, you want to say like Shiesty Bum try to say, oh, 90% of the time men don't even want to come and fight. That's bullshit, because 90% of the time the women are automatically giving the children. They are giving the step up to the mothers on purpose
The
to
only
help
reason
them,
why
because they
men
can't
don't.
do it on their own.
The only reason why men don't have their kids is 3 reasons. They don't know the court system, they don't want them full time, or they don't have the resources sometimes to fight. Those are the only 3
All right,
reasons why. But
let
when men
me.
fight for their
No, the
children,
number one reason, I'm gonna let you go. But real quick, the number one reason is because women are automatically giving the kids. Go ahead, Jay.
I wanna push back on a lot of the shit that you're saying, Lena, right now, because I think that's a point that I think that's getting disregarded. A lot of these laws on the books, especially when it comes to child custody court and all this stuff, a lot of these laws were set up to protect women and give women an advantage, because during the time when these laws were created, women weren't working like that as much, or they didn't have enough stake in the game when it came to society. So they needed to have stuff to help them, because the man was usually the main provider for the family. But we haven't adjusted those laws with the times. And when you look at custody court now, they're perfectly fine with sticking with the way it is, because everything goes full circle and comes back to one thing only. In this country, United States of America, they care about them greenbacks. They care about this little shit right here. These little couple dollars, these last $3 or whatever the fuck. They care about these
these
things.
last $2.
Yeah, man. They care about these bitches right here. And it actually benefits the court more. It brings in more revenue for the state to award the children to the father. Now, underneath your logic, you're trying to make it seem like, okay, because Op is arguing the man is financially in a better position to provide for these kids. Why are these people not giving the kids? And you're pushing back on that as if just because you're a woman, you're better at raising these kids. I would
No,
push
that's
back
not
on that.
necessarily
I'm
what is
just
partly,
let me
but
get
you
all the way
said
there, Lena.
money. Okay.
Let me get all the way there, Lena. Let me get all the way. Because one reason that the men are not getting the kids is because of the financial benefit that the state will get from it. But also, and we can't ignore this. We have to be honest about the statistics. And Alt was bringing this up earlier. We have the data on children raised just by their father. We have data on children raised just by their mother. And we have data on children raised by their mother and their father. The only outlier in all of those three different situations is the children raised by their mother. A kid is more likely to go to jail, commit crimes, be on drugs, do all these bad things, pretty much be a delinquent when they're raised by their mother. These kids have the similar equal outcomes when it comes to being a criminal and all this stuff raised by their mom and their dad or just their dad.
That's not necessarily
That
true. I
is
provided
true,
links before
Lena.
that's true. No, because they were reading it wrong. They were saying, oh, statistically, 70% go to jail. They were saying 70% of people in jail come
Lena,
from
I'm not talking
fatherless
about
homes.
that.
That
That's a
doesn't mean
completely different
70%
stat.
of people
Lena,
will.
that's a completely different stat. I'm not talking about that stat. We're talking about the likelihood of these kids being a problem in society, committing
And
crimes,
one
doing
reason,
things like that.
and you know
It's
those statistics go down when the mother makes more money, right?
No, Lena, regardless of the fact, it's still lower than if a man raised the kid by himself.
No, it's not. One of the factors is poverty. Women are more likely to be in poverty because they will make
Thank
less
you.
money
So
than
why
men.
would you, Lena? So Lena, why would you make that argument if there is less women that make? There's more women that make $75,000 a year than there is $100,000 a year, and that's even lower.
Mm-hmm.
So you making that argument, Lena, is pointless because not that many women make enough money because more women are more likely to be in poverty or make less than men. So that's a minute point to
That's
even
why there
make.
should be child support, and the man should
No,
help.
why? See, that's the dumbest shit in the world.
That
Why give
that's
the
the
child
problem.
to the person that? Why give the child? This is the dumbest logic in the world. But I told you they do it because of the money. Why would you give the child to somebody that can't even take care of the child? Think about
They
that. Why would
could.
you,
They could
Lena, Lena,
financially.
Lena, Lena, Lena,
They
Lena,
could
Lena?
finance.
You're a great
If
Lena. I want
you're
you to understand
no, that's
something.
not fair.
Lena,
Because
I
just
want you
because
to
a
understand
child
something.
lives, both no. Like let's say they give it to the dad and he makes more money, the woman still supposed to be provide and still be part of
That's
contributing
fine.
to.
She can get cut. She can get partial 50-50 custody. There's no problem with that. But the kids need to stay with the father because
No,
he's the one that's
I
financially
don't like
stable.
50-50 custody, but it also goes by what is the best interest of the child. Money is
The
not
best
always the
interest of
best
the child.
indicator
Okay,
of.
Lena, I'm really getting irritated with you right now because this is
I'm
the funny thing.
sorry, I'm not trying to
No,
irritate
no,
you.
no, no. You are. You know you are.
I'm
Well, you're
not.
not trying, but you're just doing it.
I'm just pushing
Look,
back because I'm a
look. I
single
just want
mother
you to
and my
understand
kid
something.
does wonderful.
I
But then
want
to
you to
get
understand the dumbass logic that's coming out of your mouth. The courts only care about the finances. That's all they focus on. I've covered multiple child support court hearings. The father is the only one being asked about his income and all this woo shit. And they say they do that in the best interest of the child. Well, if it's in the best interest of the child should go to the person that can financially provide for them, not somebody that's going to need the government to come in and extract money from the other parent to give to the other parent to take care of the kids. Give the kids to him. Split 50-50 custody. We won't have to deal with child support, but they won't do that because the state gets a cut of the child support. Having all these hearings, the judges got to be paid for, the stenographer got to be paid for, the other attorney got to be paid for. It's a business. And a lot of ladies, I don't care what you want to say. If that man can take care of these kids, give the kids to him. You can see them kids 50-50. You can see them 50-50. Come and get them every other weekend, whatever the fuck we talking about. But if that man can put these kids in a better financial situation, why should this man be coming out of the pocket to give you money to take care of the kids when he can do it himself?
And
And
think
that's
about
the
it.
big.
And
Go ahead.
on two things on that. One on this one real quick. If that's the case, right? She's saying it
Shout
doesn't
out
matter
to
about the
Theo,
money.
man.
Yo, Theo, what's good, my brother? No, if that's the case, like honestly, think about it. What sense does it make to give to the children to the mom? You know, the biggest reason why a lot of times the kids are bad in the situation with the mother because the mother might have to work all the time.
Oh
So
my
she got to
God.
go get a couple. She might have to go get a couple jobs or some shit like that. So she ain't even there to watch the kids all the time, even if she do get help. Because let's keep it real. It's like when it comes to average families that or that go through this custody battle and situation like that, everybody ain't rich. Let's just keep it real. but the father make a little bit more. And then when the father has kids, the structure is better. They respect the father more. Like I tried to ask Lena, she said her mama cool. I want to ask him, but I said, what do we hear normally? Don't make me call your father. That's the respect. Even with me and my son, mama, the issues that we had back in the days, she would get disrespected by my son, but when she said I'm gonna call your daddy, he straightened the fuck up. Even though we wasn't standing in the same house, but I'm still an active father. Second thing, when Shiesty Bum tried to say 90% of the time the fathers don't show up to custody court, we gonna need see some data and some explanations on that, because what you're saying makes no fucking sense. Now think about this, Jay. Custody court. If always, when, like, say they ain't married, the child always get, that's 100% of the time the child is gonna go to the mother automatically. 100% of the time if y'all ain't married. Custody court. Who the fuck would fight for custody if the mother already got the child? The father, right?
It's the only person that can.
So why the fuck would the father 90% of the time, or out of 100% of the time, 90% of the time, file for custody and then not show up? Like, the writing's right there, because this sounds like a lot of Cynthia G logic when that time we showed that video where this dumb motherfucker was talking about 75% of the time it's the father, it's the man of the house, the husband taking care of the family, and 1 out of 4. This bitch flipped around and said it was 3 out of 4. And we wrote that shit back like 5 times. Like, did that bitch really say that? She that bad at math but got a degree? That's most likely what it is. So until we start, y'all bring statistical, we do statistics over here all the time. Until y'all start bringing statistics, we not gonna take your word. We got logic over here. You got to show the proof. Simple as that.
Now I'm gonna do something real quick. Let me read Theo's comment real quick. Like, he said, the state is incentivized to get and keep men on child support because they get a piece of it. You're 100% right. That the shit ain't rocket science. And I don't get. Well, I understand why a lot of ladies will disregard that because they don't give a fuck. But Shiesty said something to me that I'm actually kind of gonna put this to bed for you, Shiesty. Shiesty said, "Notice the men aren't citing any sources." Okay, Shiesty, you've been over here for a while. You've seen I've covered a lot of different topics and I've made a lot of different statements. And you want to know where I get them from? Okay, let's hit you with this one real quick. Like, because I say women cheat more than men. You see this statistic that's on the screen right now? What is the ratio of men to women on dating apps? According to the survey of adults in the United States using online dating services, 59% of women and 50% of men have used dating apps and websites to find an exclusive romantic partner. Now, down below, they show you why they are using it for. You know the characteristics right there. And you have the percentages of men and women right here. To have casual sex, men are using that shit out of the people they surveyed 14% of the time. How about the women? 30-fucking-6. To cheat on my significant other. For the men, 3%. For the women, 9%. And then, other reasons, both of them are 5 and 5. That's just a little data right there for you. But you want some more statistics? Who files for divorce most? Right here? What percentage of women file for divorce? A study led by the American Sociological Association determined that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And the percentage of college-educated American women who initiate divorce is even higher. That's where we talk about that 70 to 80%, and then it gets up in the 90 for the college-educated women. But that's just a source to throw it out there for you. They say that men are out here broke and dusty and don't make no money. Well, let's look at the income for an average black woman in America as of 2020 to 21. It could have went up a little bit, but it ain't went up that much. You see the ages of 20 to 29 shows about 21.4. 30 to 39, 34.6. 40 to 49, 41.9. To 50 to 59, average black woman is making about 55.1. But let's go over to the men. Just started the last one we talked about. We were just at 45.1. Just for that same age range, 47.1. The men on average make more money than y'all women, but y'all keep calling us broke and dusty. Y'all always say that we are just leaving our relationships, going and marrying women of other races. Let's pull up another statistic, since we need statistics tonight, right? How many men have a black wife? 85% of black men have a black wife. When it comes to black women, how many of them have a black husband? 93%. These women are literally losing their fucking minds over 15% of men leaving their relationship. Well, leaving the race and going to another one. It sounds like you got 85% to deal with, but you can't seem to get them. I'm not here to shit on women. I'm here to tell the truth. And I don't understand why we have this issue in our society where a lot of, well, I get it. Ladies, I get it. Y'all don't want to be told that y'all fucking up on certain things. Y'all have no problem telling men that they're fucking up on things, but y'all don't want to be told that y'all fucking up on things. I'ma just be honest with you. And I gotta keep it real. I don't give a fuck. I'ma talk to you like granddaddy.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Because we gonna cook. We gonna cook and we ain't gonna stop. Like, we need to get some straightening around here. If she wants to say that black demographics is not a reliable source, oh my God. You know, Shiesty, I don't give a fuck. If you say so. That's all I got for you. If you say so. Because I hear that all the time. That's one of them, you know, we've been covering those Republican, Democrat, politic type shits. And, you know, you hear people say, what's your source? And then you cite the source. It's like, okay, well, they're this and they're that. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You wanted a source, you got one. But Shiesty did come back and say, it says it on the website. You got to start reading the fine print. Shiesty, I would actually advise you to go down to the very bottom of anything on blackdemographics.com and understand that they cite all their sources from the CDC, the federal government. So if you're saying they're wrong, then you're saying the federal government is wrong. And I would have to tell you, you got a bigger problem than what we're talking about over here. Not. We ain't your problem.
No, Shiesty Bomb is
She
one of
trolling
those.
right now. She trolling right now.
No, she bitter too. She's trolling, but she's bitter because she's so great at using all the talking points that Cynthia G and all these divestors use. So she's trolling, but at the same aspect, that's what's in her heart. Like she's a bitter black female. Like
I need to get that Clayton Bigsby shit, man. I need to get that Clayton Bigsby.
You got that hate in you. Just let it out. You got that hate in your heart. Just let it out.
Open up your heart, let that hate out. If you gonna lie Will and Grace, that don't mean there's something wrong with you. That mean there's something wrong with Will. Homosexual.
We know what it is. This the problem. Somebody for Lena, Shiesty Bond, females like them in their mindsets that they have. We know we good brothers, we good dudes, we strong minded. The issue with a lot of these females, they don't want to be held accountable. Like you said earlier, they want to have what men have. They want to be able to be liberated on their own and have the accountability of children. And that's the problem that we're having in our community. For the last 50 years, while Umar is saying that black men ain't been doing what they were supposed to do, that's bullshit. Black men always have in this country. And the sad thing about it is, we've gotten to this place. Like I told you, the 90s was the last era I remember growing up.
Baby Daddy Umar, you talking about Baby Daddy Umar?
Baby Daddy Umar. He was on this same show. The sad thing is, when they say that shit, and the reality is, I remember, like I said, growing up in the 90s, there was way more accountability, where if a girl was doing, like, matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. When me and my son mama was teenagers dating, and she came by the house, like she was with some family or something not too far away, and her cousin rode their bike to my house. She had on some shorts. I can understand that. She riding a bicycle. My grandmama got arrested, so she came back and told me, and my grandmama did too. My grandmother, old school, she checked up. Like, you don't need to be having them little ass shorts. Well, she ain't cousin, Lord forgive me. You know, she a woman of the cloth. But she like, you don't need to have them little boy shorts on. You need to be wearing something proper. My baby mama at the time came back to her. Exactly. That's how my grandmother was. That's how women used to be. No, you don't need to be wearing nothing like that. Ain't no dude had to come out and tell her shit. A woman did. An elder came and said something to her. We don't have that no more, where the men and the women are being checked. That's the problem we have. And women, and I don't like the fuck nigga Myron Gaines, fuck that nigga. But one thing he said a couple years ago that I do agree with still to this day, men have been checked. Men have been put in a place. In fact, we've been overcorrected because now we allow certain shit to go down. Like the fact that we sit up here going back and forth like idiots with some females that trying to recorrect the stats and data, and what they prove is what the issue. How you gonna sit there and tell me money don't matter? What matters is how you take care of the kids. But at the same fucking time, what did they always complain about when it comes to a black man? We need more money. So why would you take the kids away from the father? And the statistics show we do better at raising kids like we're a two-parent home. bad things happen to kids statistically when they just with the mother than it does with the father. But let's get back to the video. We didn't veer it off too much. Man, don't even worry about showing her shit. I ain't stunning her ass. She told me
I'm a constantly keep showing them. I'm just not gonna respond to all of them. Sassy, man, you doing a good trolling job tonight. I appreciate it.
Because we had women.
Hold on, I do gotta address this one though. She said still not citing sources when I just cited a whole bunch of sources. You need to stop it, girl. Let's keep going.
On here calling men sassy and all this other things, and then when we ask for example, because I didn't text him all day and then he didn't text me all day. Like,
well, can I say something? That's not serious. But what I can say though is this gender war that's going on, and this is going to answer the question as well. With the gender war that's going on between men and women. So I know they said women had a voice for all these years, so now men have a voice. And now that I feel like that men have a voice, they're using it to tear women down versus everybody.
Now, I'm gonna pause right there on that one because that's the goddamn truth. Theo said was talking about that the other say on my channel, grandmas don't want to be grandma. They still want to be young, their damn self. And that's a big problem that we have in our community. The elder women in the community do not try to advise or guide. I'm being honest. It's jealousy and competition that I see amongst a lot of older women when it comes to the younger women. They don't advise them to not follow down the same path they follow down. They literally push them to it so they can still try to get the same dudes that them young girls fucking with. I see it all the time. Look at this older woman right here. We can tell this woman with the hat on her head is an older woman. She dressed like these young girls, got makeup on, lipstick like these young girls. She's in competition with these younger girls. But
she probably older than everybody on that damn show.
Yeah, she older. She probably damn sure is older than everybody in that entire fucking room. In competition, these women do not set other women up for success. They set them up to be exactly just like them. Women do not like other women that are better than them. Women are some of the cattiest motherfuckers on the planet. They talk more shit about each other than anybody else would complain about when a man says something. These women are in competition with each other on a consistent basis. She's competing with these younger girls in here. Whether she want to admit it or not. And see, I'm not reading Shice's comment. I will click on them though after I read Theo's. Theo said, I've been saying that older women refuse to give younger women game. They're still in competition with them. Goddamn right. Matter of fact, where my clip at, man? I'm trying to get these.
You're goddamn right.
Goddamn right. 100%, 10 toes. See, Shicey, I will read this, which said men in this space be 40 plus saying they don't date over 25. Maybe some of them. I don't know. I'm not over 40, so I can't speak for those dudes.
But that's actually cap, because Myron said something about that. He's like 32, something like that, and he's cool with dating around that age, which is not actually that far. But if you look at for one thing, a lot of guys in these spaces already have women and wives.
So some of the funny thing is, I think she's going off of that question when they asked men, when are women, and I think they did a poll on it, when are women the most attractive, and men answered it, and it was like between like what,
no,
20,
but she said
21, 22, 21, 25.
But she said within the space though. She said in the space though.
I don't know what space she's talking about because once again, we're not Manosphere, we're not Red Pill. So what space are you speaking about?
Pull up the comment again.
Nah, I'll pull it back up, but she'll have to tell me what space she's speaking of.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's thinking you already know what space.
I don't know. I can't read mine. Women got to stop thinking that we mind readers. We ain't mind readers.
Men in these spaces.
In this space. She said this space.
This space. No, I'm saying I do.
Yeah.
All right, let me drop out and come back in.
Let me see if I hear it again. Oh, you good? I think it went away. Oh, you
I muted.
All right,
I'm gonna drop out and come back.
All right. Let's see. Let me see where I'm at right now. Nobody's mad at you, Shicey. You keep it interesting. I kind of like it. Kind of not really. Kenny says, Shicey, we're not mad at you. We want you to cam up. She ain't gonna do that. She said the truth hurts to me. Not really, because it ain't true, but either way though. And she said, "Have a good night." But then she Wayment. I don't know what that is. Kenny said, "Okay." Look, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and we're gonna get out back in a second. But we gonna wait. Matter of fact, I actually got a 10 times this shit, man. We're supposed to be on here for 2 hours, and we clearly don't went past that. So yeah, let me 10 times this because we are gonna finish this video, y'all. And then she said, "Oh, she did come back and say something. She said, y'all definitely are really red pill and / or manosphere. Not really. All right, if that's what you think, that's what you think. I can't control that. Let's keep going.
Everybody just finding a solution. And it's like women are tearing men down, and then men are tearing women down. It's like we can't meet in the middle nowhere no more. You get me? And then it's like women are like they want to be independent. This whole feminine BS, especially black women, and feminism wasn't even for like us.
It was. And y'all, the crazy part is y'all know this.
Yeah.
Black women know this, and y'all still are the front runners for feminism. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them don't know this. Some people act off it like it's just ignorance because they don't know. You get me? So unless they educate themselves on it, they're not gonna know, and they're gonna continue to just have that.
Sure, they got all them degrees. How they don't know?
Well,
let me ask you a question, right? Because on our show we owe, and I'm tired of having this conversation honestly about women justifying why they are masculine, right? I'm tired of hearing a woman justify, her masculinity, right? So there's these excuses that women have. I have to be masculine because the men wasn't in my life, X, Y, and Z. You just said something very important. You said that young boys are being raised by their mothers. So could a young man ever have the excuse, hey, you know what? I'm in my feminine because I was raised. Would y'all ever tolerate that excuse from a man?
I mean,
I wouldn't tolerate the excuse, but
it depends.
I will see where the femininity is coming from. You get me? I wouldn't tolerate the excuse, but men are just built different than women. Like you guys can like endure more than women. Like
no, y'all like beating us.
Yo, let me say this real quick, Jay.
Exactly.
Hey, no echo, right? I'm good, right?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right, so,
keep going.
Okay, so this is 2 things on that real quick. This is what the issue is. For one, women don't realize they talk at both sides of their neck. Y'all cannot sit up there, and we talk about this all the time. When it was us as a people, women was flourishing. They didn't start having issues until we tried to integrate, right? Second thing, how do y'all say y'all had to fight so y'all can work, do all the same thing men did, and then now you trying to say the reason why y'all doing it is because some man left you somewhere? Make fucking sense. Y'all fought to not have to get married no more, and they still do that to this day. Oh, I don't want to. Even when Jane come on here, we shouldn't get married at a young age, but you'll go have a baby at a young age. I should be able to go ahead and work, go to school, and do what I want to get a career. Oh, the reason why I'm doing it is because ain't no man here for me. That's the issues that we're having. And to Shiesty Bum's point, the reason why these talking points sound so similar is because we're addressing the same shit that women keep saying. If y'all had a new argument, maybe we would have new points to give y'all. But y'all got the same fucking arguments. All the same thing you saying, Shiesty Bum, is the same shit Cynthia G and everybody else be saying. You sound like a damn conservative.
I mean, they call it conservative. Let's keep going.
Exactly, that's what it is.
Well, I think that through the acts of feminism, it kind of pushed women into a place of.
Oh, let me stop real quick. Shiesty, didn't you say you was about to leave? Why you still here? Thought you was about to go, good.
She love us.
I think she got a crush on you.
Nah, she keep that. I don't want no Cynthia G.
Hey, look, man, you might
I
end up
want no
getting one of these. You need a little chameleon in your life, man.
Look. Shiesty can't handle a good black man, so nah.
Say she ain't qualified, huh? Let's keep going, y'all.
Of more roles of leading. So because of that, you kind of adopt more masculine traits through certain activity that you're doing. And I think because of that, it has men taking a back seat in some areas, and it kind of shifts the dynamic of who's doing what in the masculine and feminine. Like, I guess
a man that supports his woman, and even let's say a man he takes the role of like, okay, well my woman makes a little bit more, I'm gonna cook. That man is now claimed feminine, but he's that's exactly what women say. Because you at home,
I don't speak for those women.
neither do I. I still don't understand what makes a man that.
Hey, what we tell him? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Shiesty, I saw your comment. That shit's funny, man. She
Smoke
said,
every day.
Smoke weed. Oh, matter of fact, I do got it, y'all. Y'all want to hear it one time? I think I still got that track. Oh, damn, did I delete it? I might have deleted it. No, I didn't delete it, y'all. I still got it. Hold on, let me turn it up, man. We got to get crunk real quick.
Every day.
Let's get crunk, y'all. Come on now.
Smoke weed every day.
Let's keep going. Turn that shit up.
Smoke weed every day.
All day.
Smoke weed every day.
All day. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Smoke weed every day.
Let's drop a
hey,
beat on this bitch.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed
mm,
every day.
Oh Lord Jesus, my bad, man. Look, y'all, we gonna get back serious, y'all. We'll get serious right here, y'all. Sassy, stop hating. I don't look. You don't like dudes that smoke. That's perfectly fine. There might be a dude out here that don't smoke for you. We don't like rude females. So we just gotta find something else out here. It's fine and dandy. Let's keep going, man. I'm fucking around tonight. Let's get it.
I'm getting no examples, man. Y'all saying it, but what's the
Okay, I'm not necessarily a man, so I can't. Yeah.
But you agree that men are more feminine these days. You
I think
agree?
I think more men are taking a back seat in terms of the amount of dominance they have, how they let a woman maybe walk all over them, or how they speak up. For example, I think I can't really speak to other things that men do because I'm not a man. But I know for sure when I was in a place of more masculinity, I attracted mainly feminine because you kind of attract which I was opposite to you. So being in that
I was compatible with you.
Yes. Okay. So with my strong demeanor, I'm only going to attract feminine men. So through that, I guess that's what made, I'm getting my idea from.
So, and
I feel some type of way. I'm a little triggered right now. I don't like when women refer to themselves as masculine. I just think you're rude. Like, in all honesty, I think you're just a rude person. Like,
what did we used to call? Well, hold on, real quick, Jay. What did we used to call rude women?
Go ahead and tell them. Go ahead and help them out real quick, like, because they don't know.
You just a bitch.
Straight up.
You're not masculine. You're just a bitch. A masculine woman. Look, I'll put it to you like this. A lot of times when we see Mexican, Cuban women and all that, they can work, go out there, do construction like men, work on roofs like men. That's masculine. But for some reason, they still able to go home and turn that shit off and be feminine for their men. So it's a different. Masculine is doing men jobs and stuff like that. But for some reason, you mean to tell me Hispanic women can go home and turn that shit off and their marriages last? They still getting married and they out there working side by side. They out there working side by side with their man.
Right, and I'll tell you this, they not even turning it off. They feminine the whole time. They just doing something that requires a little bit more physical effort. They're still feminine.
No, but listen, no, I get what you're saying, but listen what I'm saying. They still respectful. Yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying is they're doing masculine jobs.
Yeah, they doing masculine shit. I agree.
Like we see them out there getting it and working like men. Not saying they always doing it, because a lot of them might be doing the road signs, turning the sign, stop, go, and shit like that.
Stop, slow. Come on.
But you have some women that be out there doing yard work and all of that stuff. That is masculine jobs. But they know how to turn it off when they're dealing with their men. Or men in general. So to say, oh, I'm masculine, no, that mean you a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. And a lot of our women be doing that, and it's so sad they get brainwashed. What the fuck is this? Anyways, sadly enough, they get brainwashed.
Yeah, don't read the comments, sir.
No, I ain't read the comments. Somebody keep trying to fucking call me from New York. I don't know who the fuck this is.
Shit.
So, but the shit that tripped me out is because they
hoes.
So they keep doing this shit and they think it's cute. That's what it is. From like BGS says, that Klingon love shit. That's what that is. A lot of our women think that shit is cute. They will sit there and talk shit, and then when a man talk shit back, so she want a man that's gonna talk shit back. And if you don't, dealing with a woman like that, not all females, but dealing with a woman like that, they want you to talk shit back because they like that, and that shit turn them on.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I would read some of these comments. I read Red's comment. Red said, she right, men are taking the backseat, but it's because of egalitarianism, not masculine women. Well, look, maybe on a larger scale, I'm gonna speak for the exception this time on my side. Maybe on a larger scale, that is true. I don't see that where I am, or the people that are around me. Now, I do see some simp ass dudes around me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got some of them in my family. But for me and the ones I fuck with, that's not the case. But it could be a big majority. We just look at the ways that a lot of these people were raised and see. Shiesty said, "In college, I did Habitat for Humanity." Shiesty, weren't you supposed to leave like 10 minutes ago? But either way, though,
So you just proving that point. You masculine. You was out there being bitchy. You was out there. Look here, grab that 2x4 like this and put it on your shoulder. Come on now, you know your ass was out there. See that mix in there, that concrete mix. You got to get in there with your knees. You got to let your knees touch. Come on,
I'm about to be real funny with her comment. She said, "In college, I did Habitat for Humanity, and we built the house. It wasn't that hard." First off, matter of fact, let me
That's what
read
I was
the
talking
comments real quick. I'm
about.
about to break this shit all the way down because this shit funny. Like Shiesty, you shouldn't have said that. It say, Red said, "Now defend that house." Shiesty said, "Red, it wasn't hard at all." Red said, "What pots did you use for septic?" And then P West said at Shiesty, "So why do women only make up 5% of careers that make society run?" I'm gonna tell you this. Shiesty said she helped build a house. They built a house. And that's the way she said. She didn't say help. She built a house for Habitat Humanity. What equipment did you use? Was there any equipment built by men? What designs did you use? What plans did you use? What company did you go to get all those plans printed out? Were all ran by men? I'm pretty sure you weren't out there digging no goddamn holes with no goddamn auger. You didn't have no post hole diggers in your hand. I'm pretty sure you weren't laying siding and none of that shit.
I guarantee she wasn't out there doing underground utilities and excavation.
No wire, none of that shit. She was just probably on scene, like a lot of ladies are. They show up and make it seem like they're part of the event. And the only reason I'm saying that, she said, "Sir, I was a volunteer." Oh yeah, so you didn't do nothing. I actually kind of work in
sat back and watched.
Yeah, I kind of work in the industry where I work in signage. If people don't know that, signage, like all this shit y'all see behind me, I make that at work. I install those things. We do large format things like a new gas station needs a new sign up, or events for the USFL. We did all the work for the Birmingham Stallions. All their signage, all their banners, everything in this thing. We do that type of stuff. That's hard labor type work, whether you know it or not. On the install side, man, the printing and creating shit, that's easy. You got machines to do that. But we don't have a lot of women that work over there. Like, we have an entire color department that is nothing but men. We have, actually, I will say, we got one girl. We got one girl that's over there. She's a designer. She sits at that computer all day and designs. But majority of all the hard labor, I'm not even gonna say majority, all of the hard labor, all of the heavy lifting, everything that actually takes brute strength is done by the men. And all the ultimate logistics planning for everything is done by the men. We have a lot of ladies that walk around all the time, be like, "Yeah, I was there for this." I remember we put up a sign for fucking what the fuck it was. It was like a disabled veteran thing, and the lady that was over it literally came out there. She had an interview on the news. "Yeah, we worked so hard to get this stuff done, and it just turned out great. We were out here sweating and bleeding." I'm like, "Bitch, you showed up for a photo op, oh. You ain't do shit. Me and my boy was out here digging these holes."
Ain't no point of even fucking explaining yourself, G.
It's
Because
so funny, man.
think about it. Think about the women who say that they rescued a dog from the dog rescue shelter. They didn't go rescue that animal, bring it to the shelter, get them checked out, and bring him back home. They went and got a shelter before he got put to sleep, and we rescued him. Like, women get away with all of this bullshit, these little colloquialisms, and say all this bullshit and don't mean nothing. We put them in position to be comfortable, to feel like they did something. And you know what's so sad? It sounded, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's the reality. We should have never fucking did it. We should have never gave y'all all these rights for y'all to turn around and lie to us.
Hey,
that's
look,
brainwashing.
We talked about it earlier before we got on this show. I want ladies to name 2 women that have built their entire empire without the help of men. Name one. Name
Back to
2.
the video.
Exactly. I'll wait on that one.
In my experience, I want to say feminine, but just like more so, I don't know if it's a mama's boy or what, but more so, the man that wants to take the back seat. He doesn't want to be dominant.
Look, Shiesty gave me one. Give me another one.
Dominant. He wants to,
You know what that is? Maybe because you come off masculine.
I mean,
do you?
I mean that.
Hold on. Pause it real quick, Jay. What was your question again?
Remember, we talked about it earlier. I told her name 2 women that have built their own empire without the help of men. And the sad part, I don't want you to hear it yet. I want to see. Oh, this girl say Kelly Rowland.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
So I see that is not an acceptable answer. I'm giving you Oprah, and me and Op could tell you the caveat why that's not even acceptable. But
No,
yeah,
she gave
don't.
you 2. Go ahead and answer it. Go ahead and answer. She gave you Kelly Rowland and Oprah. Go ahead and burst your bubble. Go ahead.
I want you to bust the Kelly Rowland one real quick. Go ahead and tell her why that Kelly Rowland doesn't count.
I'll give a couple different ones. Kelly Rowland is a cute little brown sugar. Anyways, so Kelly Rowland, in case you forgot, she was in Destiny's Child. And who was over Destiny's Child? Beyonce's daddy. She didn't do it on her own. And then when she went to the movies, who put her in all her first movies? Will Packer, who was from my city, St. Petersburg, Florida, and then Tyler Perry. So what did she build on her own?
All right. Now, if I want to go to Oprah, y'all, like let's be real. Oprah will be the closest that you can get to it. But Oprah didn't do it by herself. Oprah didn't give her a job and give her a whole radio show. The Oprah show. You think Oprah just magically created it herself? She created her own network back then? Nah. It was a man. They gave her an opportunity to make money. And Oprah was smart and invested her money the right way and built up, made good investments to be able to buy her own network. But nothing on this earth any of y'all ladies undid was done without a man. None of that. So you can stop the cap on that bullshit. Let me read some of these comments. P West said, black women as a collective make more money than black men too, huh? You being sarcastic there. So I said the no men did it on their own. The no men okay, whatever. Red said Kamala Harris built her empire on with her DSLs, and Trump built his with his daddy's money. So I guess so. Shiesty said everyone has employees or employers. Yeah, but
Hold on, real quick. Guess what? When it come to Oprah, Dennis Wallace gave her a shot.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the dude's name. I know it was some execs that already helped her out. She
It
didn't do
was exactly. She didn't do it on her own. She didn't go start her own news network by herself, covering footage, making her own money, and go make her own show. No women. I thought at first you said empire, who built their own empire, but there's no woman that did that on her own or empire. And all these black women that you look up to, I just named Kelly Rowland, and you went over that, Shiesty Bomb. Matter of fact, why is we even still responding? Let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the video.
Yeah, let me skip past these real quick. Say, should I say y'all say anything? Red said when it comes to Oprah, men produced the show, men ran the cameras, men ran the radio and broadcasting stations, fiber optic cables, etc. And then Shay said, sir, she's self-made. She's self-made. Okay, if you say so.
We just saying who gave her the job, but okay. Dennis Wallace.
Yeah. Who put her in position?
Keep going. Hold on.
Okay with the women paying the bills. Okay with that.
I'm not
Once you
okay
come
with
off too
that.
strong, they
is that a requirement to say he's feminine? If he allows a woman to pay the bill or pay the bills,
I do think there's things that a man will and won't do, and he will and won't tolerate. And what you kind of tolerate, what you allow to go on, will determine that from certain aspects. Not all things like cooking and clean is not feminine. Men should cook.
Hey, Shiesty, a man, just like you.
Clean. There's no gender applies to that. But it's just certain things that I can't pinpoint all.
Y'all love to switch your genders when it's something that benefits y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cooking and cleaning now is gender neutral, but when it comes to paying the bills, nope, that's a man's job. Y'all ain't flexible on that. But when it's cooking and cleaning, yeah, both genders can do that.
If it has to be done, then it has to be done. What we gonna do? Lose the house?
Yeah, I don't
see
see
wrong with that. I don't see what's wrong with the ladies.
No, what I'm saying is women are real quick to.
Shiesty, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, Shiesty. Every time we make a point, you showing me you a modern day woman. I've been trying to have hope and faith for you. Like, come on, don't do that right there. Say y'all submit at work every day to a white man. You think somebody gives a fuck about that? You submit to the same motherfuckers too. Who runs this country? White men. Everybody submitting to somebody. You got to do what you got to do to get to where you're trying to get to. And that's the biggest problem. Men don't have a problem submitting when they have to get what they need. A lot of women have a problem submitting in relationships when they trying to get what they want. Like just calm it down. Say try submitting at home. Shiesty, Flip that bitch around to yourself and send it to all your sisters too. Send it to all your homegirls so they'll figure it out. Try submitting at home. You do it for the white man every day when you go to work, but you don't want to submit to the man that you want to put his life on the line in front of you. It's really disrespectful. But either way, y'all, let's keep going.
Flip the gender roles when it benefits them. So when we say everybody, according to society, men are supposed to pay the bills and protect and whatever the case is, right? That's really not negotiable. That's just set. But when it comes to a woman's role, as far as cooking and cleaning and maintaining a household, now that for some reason that's gender neutral.
That's,
like, you know what I'm
gender,
saying?
that is for sure gender neutral. But however, though, when it comes to paying the bills, to me, most men are making more money than women. So it's like,
but that's not what she just said.
No. Well, that's what I don't know those stats.
CNN.
I don't know those stats. However, it makes more sense if you think about it. If a man makes 200K and let's say his wife makes 75, why am I picking up bills when you have 200K? Like that doesn't make sense.
Also like me saying, why am I picking up plates if I'm?
Yeah, see, that's terrible logic right there. That she doesn't have a good financial mindset. Like, lady, just because your man makes 200K and you make 75, you're wondering why you're paying any bills? I want to see where they go because I heard buddy say, "Well, why am I picking up plates?" That's gonna be a good question. Let's find out.
Okay, and let's say his wife makes 75. Why am I picking up bills when you have 200K?
Like that doesn't make sense. Also, like me saying, why am I picking up plates if I'm making 200K?
No, that doesn't matter.
If you're paying all the bills, personally,
then that's something
you would have to pick up a plate in my house.
But the issue is when the roles is reversed and the woman.
Y'all heard it? Y'all heard what she said, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So he's making 200K, but he should still be picking up plates, washing dishes, folding clothes, and all that stuff. But you make 75 and you shouldn't have to pay any bills? What are we talking about? I think a lot of ladies, like Kevin used to say it all the time, they are asking for an unfair deal. And they're surprised now. And we're gonna have a lot more ladies, y'all, just throwing it out there, that are surprised that they're not gonna get a man because a lot of these dudes are starting to understand, and I'm gonna keep advocating for them too. Understand your worth, like these ladies like to say, and stand on business. Have your standards. If you're not getting what you want, don't accept bullshit. Just ride it out, man. There's always going to be another woman out there that's willing to get on your game plan. I can guarantee that. Know why? Because women are like leeches. They trying to suck on something. Yeah, y'all know y'all like that.
Nigga told you how man making 75K. If you don't pay the bills, now he feminine.
No. If whoever's a breadwinner needs to go up the most.
He has to contribute.
So she should have to contribute. It's a different world.
No, she should have to contribute. She's making more bread. She should contribute.
Even if she's making less, she should be contributing somehow, some way. Or asking me, hey, babe, should I pay for this? Or hey, should I pay for that? We got it.
What's wrong with that?
So you're saying the time of the men
2023,
the men paying all the bills in the house is over?
No, I'm saying that my partner is responsible. We're both together, and you have to at least ask me if you should be putting into something.
I don't think
I have
anything
the
wrong with
stats,
that.
by the way, that you kept asking for.
What did it say, King?
Saying some U.S. cities, women are out earning.
In some U.S. cities?
Yeah.
Okay. Is New York City one of them?
New York, Washington.
Is that a .com?
I don't know what this is. This is like, what is this?
Made by a feminist.
It was on CNN. They did a whole interview on it that women are making more, so they want to. It's harder for them to date. Yes.
Left media, though. I don't know if I could trust CNN too much.
It says young women.
Now somebody brings stats, and now you guys can't trust it. When you guys bring stats, you're supposed to trust it.
But is that for?
Oh, go ahead, bro. You got.
No, I'm saying those stats.
Don't push back on the stat. I've seen the same stat too, and honestly, I don't think it's a false stat. There are some cities, once again, some cities, make sure you emphasize that, some cities where some of the women are making more than some of the men. That's fine and dandy. I don't understand why that's like a flex. Some, not all, not majority. Some. Congratulations. I grew up in a small place called that, like some people would consider a city. Very small in my opinion. I consider it a town, but a lot of people everywhere I go call it a city. So when we're out earning some of the men on a majority scale, perfectly fine. Do your thing. Go ahead. I hope you pay a majority of them bills too. Like I think that's one of the biggest things. Like men don't give a fuck if a woman makes more money. We don't. We're not intimidated by it. It doesn't bother us. Like that's just more money for the household. That's the way we think about it. We think about it logically. The problem is when a woman thinks that she's going to overstep her position. You're still the woman in this relationship. I'm glad that you have the ability to go out there and bring in money, but at the end of the day, you're still a woman. I'm the man. I run this house. If you got a problem with that, then you need to get with a dude that make more money than you. Don't settle for me if that's the case, because I'm a man and I have to be a man, and I'm not going to take less of myself, take away from myself That's a better way to say it. Take away from myself to make you feel better. I am the man. If somebody busts into this house, it don't matter if you make 200K and I make 100. You still gonna want me to go downstairs and get that straightening. So you might want to fall back into your role. Make sure that light bill paid on Friday too. Let's keep going.
Those might be very valid, but we do have to take in obviously ethnicity into consideration.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
like,
Because
I don't know.
Asian women and white women, they earn like a lot of money per annual. Like they earn a lot. Like you get what I'm saying? But black women not necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as a whole, as the average income, black women only make like $43,000 a year. That's the average salary like for a black woman. So that's probably maybe that is fact. But like I said, there's other things we got to be taken into consideration. So anything you want to add to this? I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, I'm not really sure about that stat, only because feminists still complain about the wage gap. And you know why that is? That's because they're not willing to do those dangerous jobs. They do not want to do coal mining. They do not want to climb these crazy poles. They do not want none of that.
They climb the poles, though.
They climb the poles. Not to say climb the poles.
Yeah. So
I'll say this though. I could understand what the ladies were talking about as far as men being more feminine than they ever were. And that's not something that I ever saw in my circle, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't have that in your circle.
Right.
It took me to start doing consultations, and people start hitting me up in the DMs asking me for personal help, and just some of the things that I see that they do, I'm like, man, you know what I mean? But I could feel that because I wasn't always like what I am today, right? When I was an adolescent, I had a rough time, and I had to go through a few heartbreaks for me to actually become the man that I am and really learn about female nature and like really dig in and understand what I was doing wrong.
Yeah.
And there's some people who just never had the light come on, and they really don't know how to be responsible. And like she was saying earlier, when a woman is masculine, it can definitely make a man just sit back and just watch it happen. There's no woman on the planet who could make me feminine. That's out. But there are some men that just don't know what to do. And some people just don't. It could be a mama's boy. It could be just somebody who's lazy. It could just be somebody who's not on a purpose and then just watch it happen. And that's why I hold men accountable. So we got to do better. But women, the respect is gone for a lot of them. They don't appreciate what it is we do. They don't appreciate what we are as men. And the lack of respect from a woman, if she doesn't respect you, she cannot love you.
Yeah.
And if you don't respect the man, he cannot love you because that is our first requirement.
True. That is 100%.
You're goddamn right.
Man, look, we need to give that brother right there a round of applause. I'm gonna give him a little silent tap right there because respect is one of the biggest things that men require in relationships, and a lot of ladies don't give it. They're constantly in competition with us when it's like we don't require that of you, but it seems like this brainwashing that they've done in society that they put into the minds of a lot of our ladies, it just pushes them to want to constantly compete with their man. I literally had a girl before try to be like, I can wrestle you to the ground. I'm like, bitch, I can pick you up with one motherfucking hand. What are you talking about? You ain't finna wrestle me nothing. You soaking wet, 75 pounds, 85 pounds at best. What do you think you gonna wrestle? Like, men just require respect in a relationship. That's number one. That's probably the most important. Respect me as a man. And a lot of ladies don't seem to want to give that. It's a problem. So I agree with that man when he said what he said.
What is it? Women love your husbands. No, women respect your husbands, and then love your women.
Yeah, like you said about respect is a big thing. I don't think necessarily that men care that a woman is making more than them. Maybe there are some men, but I think it's the level of respect that comes with women that usually make more money than a significant other. There's you're always trying to demasculate him. You're always trying to belittle him. You know what I mean? So that every little time you don't get your way, you're gonna throw a little shot in there, like, nigga, you want my couch, you bum ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's always gonna be that level of disrespect there. Like.
And that's where I can see where you guys are coming from in a sense, because it's like everybody's on this high value thing, but I wouldn't say high value. I would say like look for a man of value. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, yeah, you make more than him, but there's other things that a man can bring to the table around the house that you cannot do. Like, if somebody man breaks into your house, cool, you pay the bills, but that is up to that man to protect that house now. You get me? So it's like everybody's stuck on high value, high earning, but there's a lot of valuable men out there. Just because he doesn't make that much doesn't mean, you disrespect him, you belittle him because you're bringing that to the table. Because you could bring the financials and he can bring other masculine things that a man needs to do to the table.
I feel like it's kind of asinine to choose a partner knowing who they are, what they make, and you learn this after a while, and then to belittle them. To me, that doesn't really make any sense. So, like, if you're gonna choose somebody, then you decide which aspects of, you know, their personality or their character that you like, or, you know, that you can work with. That's like the 80-20 rule. You know, I get this 80% and then the 20% I don't have. But I think a lot of us are not even paying attention. It's like we look at people for what we want them to be, you know, and what we want a situation to be, as opposed to what it really is. And then that's when it comes, oh, I want a man that makes more money. But you chose a man that didn't make that amount of money. So is it you not being accountable for your own decisions and then you're taking it out on him? So, you know, I don't agree with belittling somebody, you know, just because you don't like what's going on. You made the choice to be with that
Hold on, pause right there real quick.
Do you think society?
So I'm trying to be respectful of what's being said, but the problem I have is when a lot of these females try to say about a man this and woman that, when you know the issue is y'all. So when they try to split the accountability, women don't get held accountable. Just like they said earlier, oh, you can't do that accountability because these women might want to fight you. Then they turn around, it's no problem in wanting to go ahead and hold a man accountable. So what does that really tell us? Who has the real emotional intelligence? Men do. Because if you mean to tell me that you are more willing to challenge a man than to challenge a woman that you actually may have more possibility of beating, you would rather challenge a man? That shows who you're safer with. And then the second thing, what they were just talking about, as far as, you know, trying to say what we need to fix and all of that shit. It kind of goes back to the same thing I just said. Our biggest issue is y'all not wanting to listen. That's our biggest fucking issue. Y'all not wanting to listen. Y'all not wanting to be submissive. But you still want all the things that a woman should get. You talk about being masculine and all of this shit, but that's your choice.
Keep talking, man. Let me let this dog out. Keep talking. Keep talking.
But hurry up. So you want to be able to have all these things, like Jay said earlier. You want to be able to have the what you call it for a man. You want to be able to have privileges as a man, even though he had to fight for that, and he still has to fight for it to keep it. You want to be able to be liberated as a woman, even though you know damn well you don't want them issues as a man, but you want to have what submissiveness gets you. Then you want to be able to be held accountable like a child, meaning, oh, we're going to say something to you, but we're going to act like nothing happened because you're a child. Those are the same things that we keep seeing from these females, and then y'all want to blame it on men. That's the reason why we're having all the issues that we have, because y'all don't want to take accountability. So if you don't want to take accountability, you don't want to act as an adult, you want to act as a child. Really what it sounds like, women want to be able to be treated like a man's daughter. So it sounds like a lot of issues that is going down with women is daddy issues. That's all daddy issues. That's all it is. And I'm not saying that men, we don't have our issues, but what makes it difficult is because we can't get with y'all and really deal with our issues. Like they try to say they be the therapist, but if every time we turn around, y'all want it to be what y'all going through being heard out and being worked out. That's more emotional intelligence, because we gotta push our shit to the side and be able to be thoughtful of what y'all want, what y'all need in a relationship. Men are more emotionally intelligent than women are. Of course, you got the men that are hyperbolic and the way they act is stupid idiots, just like women. But the difference is the average woman, I'm not saying the average woman is abusive and violent in the sense of acting out like a lot of these ratchet females, but on average, the females is more likely to be manipulative and take advantage of a man, on average, that's decent.
And I hope I don't hear nobody trying to disagree with that, because we kind of see it. Ladies, that is your power. You can't physically just take something from somebody. So you have to use other methods, other tactics, and manipulation, and all these other ones, you know, character assassination and all that shit is your tools. Let's keep going though.
Society and social media plays a role in women wanting high value men, like the pressure that's being put on them, like materialistic things and house and like bags and shoes, and like it's so like I feel like if we looked at the more simple things in life and appreciated the more simple things in life, then we would respect a man that's maybe not making six figures, but he's still able to contribute or do something around the house and to a family.
A lot of women looked at Oprah and the Stedman. Let's use them as an example, right? She had a house, he lived in a guest house. You know what I mean? He wasn't clearly on her level. He stood there. He put up with it, right? So now women, they have men in their house that they know ain't going to bring no value to their relationship, and they feel superior. They can tell him to get out when they want, don't come back when they want, and they feel comfortable and that. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I find it, women would like to date up or down. They rather not date a dude that's on their level sometimes because that man might be able to hold them accountable for certain things. So they don't want to hear the shit. So I'll talk to Bum Joe, or I'll be able to listen to Mr. Man that's a businessman, because the same thing the average man is telling you not listening to, but if he got money, he knows he got knowledge now. You get what I'm saying? I just told you the same shit. I just ain't got the same bread. So what the fuck is up?
I agree, but I don't agree. I agree that some women aren't like that, but I don't feel like that just because somebody has money that that's somebody you can listen to.
That's what I think. What we have to get outside of is that, again, we have this show on a regular basis. One of the first things women always say is finances. Especially when we talk about men, we just automatically equate finances to a man. They don't get to start listing actual valuable attributes until after they get past the height, past the money, past the he got to look good. Like, once they get past it, then he got to treat me good. So those other qualities of how he gonna treat you, if he's family oriented, if he's God fearing, y'all don't even get to that if you don't pass that barometer of making 100K or more, or 6 feet. Like, you get what I'm saying? So we got to learn. Men too, we put a lot of emphasis. Men put a lot of emphasis on looks and beauty, and we don't take into other considerations. Like, you know what I mean? So
I agree, but like there'll be men. Like, I'm opposite. Let me say, there'll be men that'll come and, like, flashing what they have. Trust me, don't get me wrong. I like money. You know what I mean? I want to know that if I decide to be in a relationship with someone that they're financially, educated, financially stable, or whatever the case is. But a lot of times you'll flash your money at me like, oh, I drive a Benz, or I drive a Range Rover, or I have a Beamer, and I make this amount of money, and I'm still gonna look right past you because you might not have the characteristics that I want in a person. You might have this amount of money, but you might be a polygamist, and I'm not into polygamy just for for.
I mean, that's exactly how men feel when women just lead off with their education and how much money they make. We just like, okay, well, don't face us. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, what to you all makes a man feminine? Because I feel like as a woman, I know what makes a woman masculine. And men always say, okay, what makes me feminine if I'm a man? But I feel like as a man, what is feminine because of what you would and would not do. Yeah. So what makes to y'all a man feminine? Not washing dishes, obviously.
Well, real quick, I did a point I wanted to make earlier, right? It's when we talk about feminine, and masculine, that energy, right? It's very, for men, it's like a thin line, because, when we are leading in our masculine energy, now we hear these words like toxic masculinity and all these other, these words that's just nonsense, right? So then when women are saying, well, we want, our men to be more expressive and express themselves. Now when they express themselves, now, he acting feminine. So it's like, it's very hard, because the things that traditionally, historically have been considered masculine are now being looked at by feminists as, toxic masculinity, and you shouldn't act like this, and, he should act more like, docile, or whatever the case is. So it's a very hard line, I think, for some men, because they're struggling. Some men are struggling to find that masculinity and lead in that. And then they also trying to be vulnerable at the same time, because we understand how mental health is the issue for Black men specifically. So it's a tough line to kind of cross.
I think it's up to the woman that the man is with to basically give that emotional support to him. Like, you don't want your man to feel like, because men have a hard, we all have hard days, but you guys do have a lot, and you guys also have to worry about the whole cop thing getting pulled over. You guys just have a lot on your head. So I just feel like it's up to the woman to give him emotional stability, to feel comfortable, to be vulnerable, because it is a good thing, and mental health is huge. You get me? So it's men are actually committing suicide more now. You get me? So it just depends on the woman that you're with.
So I mean, you've done a lot of coaching and stuff like that. What are some qualities that you see from men that you would consider more feminine?
It's like an energy thing, right? Some men just don't know how to take charge of situations, right? They allow.
I gotta call this out, man. I don't like that dude outfit, bro. I don't like his outfit. He got on that Usher.
Yeah, he got that's Trev from the LaPeep show.
Oh yeah, man. Well, look, he needed to stop wearing that Usher sweater with ripped skinny jeans and J's on. I don't know what old buddy the host got on, man. He got a do-rag on with a camouflage shirt on with a rainbow stripe sweatpants on with some, I guess, those Yeezys. Old buddy over here got white socks on. I just started looking around at these motherfuckers' outfits. And I'm like, okay, y'all New York niggas dress funny. In my honest opinion. And I don't think the coach dude is from New York. Is he from New York? Okay, I ain't gonna let me know.
Who?
The coach dude, the one you said off of LaPeef.
Coach? You mean Sweater dude?
Yeah, he said he coached people, so I thought that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay. I think he's from Atlanta. I think that's no. He might be from New York. He might be. That's that New York style.
I can see that shit in Atlanta too. What he got on, but I don't like the outfit. That ain't working for me. He should have just wore a t-shirt. But you got Marvin up in the building. He also said fake Usher Raymond, no Diddy. Let's keep going, man. We almost there, man. We went way longer than I said I was gonna go. I said I was gonna go fucking 2 hours. We already about to hit 3.
Woman to lead, and it should be you as a man.
Shiesty, go home. Like, fuck, go home. Why is Shiesty still here? Why is Shiesty still here, man? I could have sworn about an hour and a half ago she told me she was leaving. She told everybody goodbye.
Leave me alone, girl. I know they say you fine. You can find you a man. Why you all up on me, man? Come on, man.
Like, God damn, Shiesty, when you say you're leaving, you leave.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Look, every time Shiesty leave another comment, I'm going to just start doing again. Let's keep going.
That should just be your default, right? You're supposed to be the protector. This is still here, even though females' roles have changed. Ours haven't. We still have to provide. We still have to protect. We still have to problem solve, right? And anytime one of those situations come up where you need to do that, that should be your purpose. When you feel like you could just relax and allow a female to do it, then you're going to be feminine. If a woman can't feel secure with you, she's going to feel like you're feminine. Females are mostly concerned about security, whether it be financial security, emotional security, and if you could whip somebody's ass. They want you to know, they want to know that you can make sure they feel secure. And if you can't provide that type of security and all those that I just mentioned, then yeah, you're feminine.
That makes sense.
See, that's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
But what I more so meant was, I think because there is so much masculine women, or because there is more masculine women than there was before, I feel like more men take a back seat, or they just kind of roll it. Of course, like you said earlier, not a true masculine man cannot ever become feminine. Like, you know, he's just completely going to just disregard or repel the energy. However, I feel like online, or what you see, you kind of see more men kind of going, okay, well, that's how you want to be. I'm gonna be this way, and they kind of accommodate and pull themselves back even further. And that's what it causes issue of more men becoming feminine and women being more masculine.
But why are we embracing women being more masculine? Like, I feel like it's comfortable to say women being more masculine, so men just got to work around that. Like, that's how I'm feeling hearing that. You know what I'm saying?
I think no, I disagree with that. I think that's through like the feminist acts that women have asked for. It has pushed, or I think, how do you say? Women asking for certain things comes with certain qualities or certain tasks that need to be done that women don't necessarily know they're asking for it. So because I'm asking for certain things, now I have to become more in a masculine role. And that's kind of how it's happening. But I don't think it's a good thing that...
Yeah, because I think again, I'm tired of having this conversation because women keep trying to defend why men should, you know, accept their masculine behavior or work around it instead of us telling women to just embrace y'all femininity more. Like, y'all would rather tell men how to embrace y'all being masculine instead of y'all just being like, you know what, I could work on being more feminine. Like, you get what I'm saying? So instead of us having those conversations about femininity, we get caught up in, well, you know, if you know women are masculine, y'all need to be like more masculine or some shit.
They should embrace their femininity, for sure.
What about women should? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Now I was just gonna say real quick, the most miserable women that I ever
witnessed
check
this out.
Who are masculine, happy, joyful.
Real quick, what she said, I'm glad they back into this conversation because I missed that point when I was talking. So when they say you have men that'll fall back and be like, all right, you got it. Oh, that's sass. No, this is the issue because I've dealt with that before with a couple females. When you doing all that masculine shit, and a man is doing his best to keep saying, I got it, and you don't let him do it, after a while, yeah, a man is gonna be like, all right, cool, go ahead. Then they're gonna turn around and do what? Oh, you feminine, you sad because you don't want to help. And it's like, hold on. How long are we supposed to play this game? Women got to check themselves on the fact that y'all playing this game, not men, y'all. Like the brother Trail was saying, whether a woman want to feel protected, this and this and this and that. What he's leaving out is what I just said. Most of the time, these females are playing that game. And their excuse is because a man will leave you. We can't say what it comes to relationships. That's opinion. But the CDC shows the facts and the marital rates and all of that. It's the women leaving the majority of the time, 70 or 80% of the time. It's not the man. So when women put that into other women's minds, this is what you get. So how are we going to be able to work something out if you mean to fucking tell me that when you do get a decent dude, he's trying. And then now he going to seem controlling if every time you're trying to do something, he jumps in the way. So he gonna be like, all right, let me be chivalrous, let me fall back. Like I remember, even though Jay, you and Angry Man had y'all issues, but he said some real shit. Women was like, why y'all this, why you that? He was like, so you ain't gonna tell me, sit there and tell me that part of chivalry wasn't when man was like, he said, you gonna sit there and tell me part of chivalry wasn't when man was like, let me fall back and respect a woman's wishes? Yeah, it is. When those women want to be able to do this and do that, if we gonna sit there and say that women can do whatever man does, and then when a woman does, men are wrong for letting her do it. So we shouldn't let y'all in police. We shouldn't let y'all in firefighter. We shouldn't let y'all in the military. That's why it was bestowed upon men to be the leaders, because women go by feelings and emotion. It's a small amount of women that actually not pass the bar on things to get into these male manual spaces that actually can do it. So the women that are in these spaces are actually smaller numbers that can actually do it. And the fact that we sit there and be like, oh, we're gonna bring the PSI down, we're gonna bring the requirements down so y'all can get in, that is a DEI high. And it's putting us in trouble. So for all the women that complain about what men do or don't do, shiesty bomb. Don't get mad if men decide to turn it around and say, you know what, take your ass back to the kitchen and cook and worry about the kids. I got this. Don't tell us to step our game up and then tell us what level we can step our game up to. It's either fall back and let y'all do what y'all want to do, or step our game up and tell you to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up.
All right, look, keeping it simple. Let's keep it going.
Joyful, peaceful, like just a pleasant person to be around are the females who are allowed and choose to rest in their feminine energy.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's the divine feeling.
I feel like if I can't rest in my feminine, once again, I feel like every woman has masculine energy. I feel like every man has feminine energy. Just depends on, if you're exercising it at a high level or, at a
like
low
a yin and yang
level.
kind of thing.
If I can't exercise my feminine energy with you, then I don't want to be with you. Like, like she said, maybe you have masculine energy, maybe that's just, a guard up, or maybe that's a defense mechanism.
I'm gonna tell you as a man, if that's what you're leading in, I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Facts.
So it's not gonna go any further. So I'm not gonna try to find your femininity. That shit should be presented to me. You know what I'm saying?
It should.
If a man presents his feminine energy to you, then you're gonna be turned off right away. You can't tell a woman like, oh yeah, well I just need the right one to unlock it. If I'm out here switching, carrying a handbag and acting like a little girl, getting manicures with you, I can't tell you that, oh, I need the right woman to unlock my feminine energy. That won't ever work. So you have to understand the man's perspective too. We don't want to see it. We don't want to witness it. We don't want no parts of masculine energy. We don't want to have to unlock it.
There's those times in the house where it will come out. It will come out. But like, what do you mean? If I'm
so your man in the house, oh yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. That's cool.
No, I'm not talking about towards him. But like, okay, so at my boyfriend's house, the lock was not working. And for months, we were just pushing it and like slamming it or whatever. And one day I just got frustrated and I took a screwdriver and I'm like, maybe it just has to like pulled up, tightened, and I tightened it and I fixed the lock. Sometimes you have to just do those.
That's not masculine energy. If you could solve a problem, I'm okay with that. He should have been able to do that real. But if you
he was able to do it, but it was just like nobody really cared
you took
for
initiative. That's not masculine energy. Masculine energy is what you convey towards me. I'm not trying to hear. When you start raising up on me or you talk to me a certain way, you start to lose the respect. That's when it's more of a problem. But if you decide, hey, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and fix this. If you got a skill that I may not have, it is what it is, and I can accept that.
Fix the lock.
And women women have to really understand how valuable feminine energy is and how valuable femininity is. That's literally what attracts men to women. Like we get to sense that energy. Like I have conversations with women and I can tell off the conversation alone, like whether she's leading in her feminine energy or her masculine energy. It's very clear for men to differentiate that. You get what I'm saying?
We're gonna give riot warning. We're gonna try to get compliance with this.
Shit, we're not supposed to show that. And I don't know why they ended that shit like that. I don't know why they did me like that. Give me your thoughts on that. Because I think he was making a great point.
No, I think before Eli, what Trev said, oh no, it's cool for you to go ahead and be a certain. No, that was not cool. He was supposed to do what he was supposed to fucking do. It shouldn't have been your woman it shouldn't have been your woman that did that. Now it's a difference if he said, listen, we're gonna wait till this day. We gotta do it this way. And on this day, I'm gonna get what I need to fix it. I just gotta wait to get paid or borrow some tools. Fall back and let him handle that. He already set the rules. But if he didn't and you had to do it, that's the problem. The issue that we have is a lot of females will try to set the rules, jump in there and do something when a man is trying to do something. Or like I said, a man is trying to help you and you want to do it on your own, but then you turn around and say he a fuck nigga and he ain't shit because he ain't jumping up to do the stuff, but you ain't telling people the whole story that you was the one that was stepping on his toes every time he did. Well, it's my house. I got this. All right, cool. Go ahead. Do your thing. Oh, you ain't shit. How you, bitch? How long we gonna play these games? And we get to this point and get pushed to these points when females say the dumb shit that they say, and then wonder why men move a certain way. This is the issue that we have. Women are like children nowadays. Women don't want to face accountability. Women don't want to step up in and be adults. The problem that y'all are having, because I was gonna say this to Lena earlier, when you talk about the man being the problem, we already showed the numbers. The CDC, if you want to go black demographics, it showed numbers with the CDC. It shows the way women are moving. Women are not being held accountable enough. It's not the fact that men are not being held accountable at all. Men are held accountable way more than women are. But men these days are like, fuck that shit. It's time to tell the fucking truth. So maybe the younger women coming up will make better decisions than y'all heifers that are late 20s, 30s, and all of that. Maybe these young ladies that's still in high school, God willing, will come out and hear the truth and be like, you know what? I don't want to be a single mom. You know what? I don't want to be a hoe. You know what? I don't want to be a whore for money. I don't want to be this idiot for this nigga because he look cute, got a little change, and he tall, and he gonna do me fucking wrong. I don't want to be a single mom, like the song says. I don't want to go through that shit. Because these women ain't giving real game and information to these young ladies no more like they used to because they competition with each other. Nana don't want to be Nana no more. Big Mama don't want to be Big Mama no more. They still want to be out there telling me I still got it. No, bitch, you ain't got shit because you out here by yourself. So until we be realistic about this and realize we standing on the shoulders of giants that came before us, the pool gonna get smaller and smaller until black women, because we talking about our community, until black women wake up, y'all gonna stay getting married at 1 out of 4, and then not only that, it's gonna probably get lower than that.
If that, like, it's probably lower than that right now. I don't think 25% of black women are getting married. Just being honest.
No, the only reason why it's moving any kind of way is because some women, black women, are starting to date out. But the more their numbers go up, the more they're gonna go down in divorce. Listen, like, hear me out when I'm saying this. These women are not changing. We already talked about the recent divestor that was talking shit. She got a 6'5" white dude that she was acting like was greater than being with a black man getting married. He came in there and helped her with her 2 kids, and they had 2 kids, and then now she's showing her ass like he ain't shit. But he's 6'5", almost 300 pounds. Why are you talking shit to this dude versus getting the fuck away from him? That's that attitude shit that we're talking about.
Oh,
So y'all can keep playing. Y'all can keep playing those games, but until you fucking wake up, wait, Lena, stop it. Let me finish. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. Okay, Big Ops. Go ahead.
So until our women understand that no matter where you go, there you are. Stop thinking that it's just us. Even with the black men that date out, for the ones that end up getting divorced, it might be something wrong with you too. We have no problem calling that shit out. But all we're saying for us, for our community work, we just need more accountability on the women's side. We ain't saying be cool with fuck niggas and weak niggas and simp niggas, and we ain't saying that. But we're saying when you got a decent man, stop playing this game acting like these men don't help you. Stop playing this game acting like these men ain't there for their children. Stop playing this game and acting like you ain't keeping them from their children. Stop playing this game and acting like black men don't make enough money when we still out earn you. Stop playing these games and let's come to the table with logical minds about what we need and what we can do to work with each other. That's all I'm saying.
Let's be honest, man. Can we just be honest? Can we be honest, y'all? Just a little bit. Lena, can we be honest?
Y'all, I think y'all should ask men that sometimes they undervalue the worth of a woman. And I like the way he had phrased the sentence. He was like, you made it seem like Big Mama, you said Big Mama don't want to be Big Mama anymore. They still got it. They ain't got it because they ain't got no man. why is the value of them having anything because they don't have a man? How about they could still have it, but it be education? Or what if it's money or something like that? Why is a woman's value based upon her dating status?
Why is a man's value based upon how much money he makes? Because that's just the way it is. Deal with it.
But it's not just men. Women are based
Deal with
upon
it. No, it's not. We
women
don't
are
care
based
about that.
upon money. Money
We don't
provides
care about
afford a
that.
lifestyle, and it's not just
We
men; it's
don't
women
care
as
about
well.
that, Lena. Once again, just because you have to do something because you can't get a man doesn't mean we care about that.
That is not true. Y'all keep saying that, but men
We
do care.
don't. I
They
don't care
do.
what a woman does. I just want a woman to have a job. That's my only requirement. Have a fucking job when it comes to
So
any type
you
of
would
form
date
of
somebody who work
finances.
at McDonald's, work part
Yes.
time.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
you. Most men wouldn't. If I worked at McDonald's and a man, I would be.
Would you date a man that
I've
would you date a
literally
woman
heard
at
men.
McDonald's? Oh, Lena, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear the answer to this. Would you date a woman that worked at McDonald's?
Yeah, and matter of fact, real quick.
Hold on. I'm going even further. Every man that's in the chat right now, put a 1 in the chat if you would date a woman from that work at McDonald's. Put a 1 in the chat if you would date a woman that works at McDonald's. Go ahead and continue your point, Op.
Because real quick, the last woman I was talking to worked at a fucking gas station. I was making more money. I make more money than she do. And she worked at a fucking gas station. I didn't care about that. She seemed cool. Look how much she made. The only thing that men are really concerned with, and I guarantee you men will agree with this too. As long as you ain't bad with money and being in debt, because I know I'm gonna have to save you. That's the only thing men are concerned with. As long as you ain't bad with money. That's all we worried about. That's it.
This shit
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Got a 1 from Marvin. Got a 1 from P West. P West said, only bums care about what a woman makes. Men don't care. We telling you and you telling us. Like we keep trying to tell you, like, we don't care about your money. The only reason that money even comes a problem in a relationship between a man and a woman is when a woman feels like she's making a certain money so she can act a certain type of way. You stepping out of line. That's what ladies don't get. Men are not insecure about any of y'all women that make money. And we honestly don't fucking care.
Yes, they do. I know so. I've literally heard men like I wouldn't be caught if I worked at heaven forbid. Like if I
You breaking all the way up, Lena. I couldn't hear none of that shit.
oh wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If I was working, I wouldn't be caught dead because I've heard people from like even my school, like, I've seen bump into people like, yeah, men. And it's like, yeah, you see, Kristen, she out there doing bad. She working at Burger King or something like that. And I'd be like, dang, thank God it wasn't me. They really do talk about women who are men. I hear men like, oh, that's sad. She don't make, should become
Hold on.
independent.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. That woman you just brought out that ended up working at Burger King. Where was she working before?
I don't know. They just talking about she worked at Burger King.
Where was they working at?
They were working like general office, somewhere in the office. I'm not sure what they did for a living in the office, but I knew they wore a suit and tie.
Hold on, Lena. Slow down because you had went out for a second. Where was these guys working at?
General office, like banker, stuff like that. I'm not sure what they did at the bank, but I knew they wasn't a janitor.
All right, cool. So check this out. When those guys was picking on her, from what it sounded like, what you said, they wasn't picking on her because they wanted to date her or not. It sounded like they was picking on her because she made some fucked up decisions that brought her life down.
Yeah,
name any one of them. Wait, hold on. Hear me out. I'm gonna ask you one more question. How many of them dudes was even talking about dating her, but they don't want to date her now because she work at Burger King?
I know a lot of men won't date down. I know a lot of men won't
No.
date.
Wait, Lena, because you made it personal and brought somebody up, or anecdotal because you brought somebody up. Once again, those guys you're talking about, which one of them said I won't date her because she works at Burger King now?
No one said that. But
what it sounds like when you bring that up, because you said men care about it, we're talking about in the reference of men dating women. those guys did not want to date her. They was trying to shame her because they think whatever things, bad excuse, decisions she made in her life brought her down as a co-worker. They wasn't talking about I wouldn't date her because she works at Burger King. So if you're gonna bring something up, bring up a situation where a dude actually said, I'm not gonna date this chick because she don't make no money.
I've seen it. My cousin does it. He's a male. He doesn't date women. He want to date a woman. He's like, no, I'm not about to take care. Make a dependent. He's about to date her. He's gonna have to take care of her. And I have to admit, he's always dated within financially what he makes, or they've made more. He married someone who made just a little bit more.
All right, cool. I'm glad you said that. He said because he didn't want to take care of her, but did he say because she can't take care of me?
No.
So the reason why I'm glad you said that.
I don't know many men who won't date a woman because they won't take care of me. There are some.
Well, listen to what I'm saying. Thank you for saying that. You right. You helped me with 2 points. Like one with what Jay said, and one what I'm talking about right now.
You just triggered my trap card.
One, your cousin does not want to date a woman that he has to worry about taking care of because also I don't want to have to worry about her dad. 2, what Jay said, any guy that is worried about what a woman makes in that realm is normally wants to be taken care of, and you just said it. You know a couple of dudes that are homosexuals that want to be taken care of.
Yeah, I know. Very few. But
You see how I was able to cut through that the majority of men, the reason why they're not worried about what a woman makes is because they're not worried about her taking care of her. And I said they more worried about her being what? Bad with money. So if your cousin don't want to date a woman that don't make enough money, it's because he's more concerned with having to take care of her, which would mean she would be bad with money. That's what he's worried about.
And even if you look statistically too, men do statistically make more and stuff, but we know statistically when you date within your economic status, you're more likely to. That is the truth.
No, I'm not disagreeing with. I just said range.
I'm about
I
to
agree
throw
with
something down to her. I'm about to throw something down to her because she's saying that men don't want to date down, but I'll mute it real quick because I got an echo on you. Okay. But now you're saying that men don't want to date down, but women only want to date up, and men traditionally are the ones who initiate all these relationships. Out of those 100% of people that get in relationships, you got to understand, Lena, men are dating down the entire fucking time. You know this, right? Majority of the time, men are dating down, right?
Economically, yeah, but they would
okay,
have
then
to.
guess what? But guess what, Lena? Then you gotta stop saying all that dumb shit. What's up, Uncle?
Yeah, let me take this one. No, let me take this one. Let me say this one. Lena, you're gonna sit up here and honestly say that men care about women that make more money or money?
Yes.
Really?
Men do care about. If I didn't have a job.
Lena, do you want me to tell him about Nikisha?
Fuck that bitch.
Exactly.
Okay, we about to find out about Nikisha, y'all. It's about to go down.
Nikisha's this chick that tried to get with me, right? This chick makes 6 figures. She got 2 cars, the Durango, a Challenger. She talks like this, like how a man would talk to a woman. And she thought she could pull me like that, but I just sat back and was like, you kind of act like you come off like with masculine energy, but she feminine though. And this one over here got so jealous of her that I can't be friends with her.
And smaller.
Get up, Lena. Let that man finish his
let him finish. Let him finish.
I want to hear this.
I'm on here telling Lena all the time. I'm like, men don't care about money, because if it was that the case, I'm not gonna lie. My father, he kind of like that. He would date, like if he had a chance on Nikisha, he would literally just like well dressed.
Mm-hmm.
But I told Lena a whole bunch of times, I do not like the girl. There's nothing between us. She threw it at me like literally a bunch of times. Never took it. I'm always out of town. I'm always somewhere. I'm in Miami.
Out of town, fucking me. Fuck that bitch.
A whole bunch of excuses. Lena up here lying. Lena, stop capping. I gotta go though. My bad. I just wanted to say that because she
Yeah,
don't want.
yeah, come on
Thank you.
here, come on here, shut his baby down.
We appreciate you.
Okay, yeah.
Had to come up here and shut your shit down, Lena. Stop that bullshit. Listen, look,
Lena,
all I gotta say to
hey,
this,
hey.
all I gotta say to this, y'all, all I gotta say to this is,
Brother, what's that?
She was so
Dog.
disrespectful.
Also, shout out to my boy Uncanny. See, this is what I'm talking about because I've been through that a couple times before. That means nothing to me. The normal dude don't care. I've seen dudes do this shit all the time. Think about it. I'll give it to you like this. Lena, how many times you have heard a woman complain that she is on her shit, but her dude cheated on her for a woman that don't make much money as her and don't even look as good as her?
That's true, but he ain't trying to be with her.
So, all right then. So, how are we gonna sit there and say it matters more about money and all that if you got dudes that would cheat on a woman with a woman that's less than her?
Fucking is different. They just trying to have
That's
sex.
what we're talking about.
Lena, see, Lena, you can't be. Stop playing dumb, please stop.
For
I know
real.
you
Stop.
tracking. I really know you tracking the conversation. Like it's just a rebuttal, and it's kind of proving that your point is bullshit. We don't care
Like
about
I
those
said, that's
things.
different from being with someone. You can sleep with
Lena,
whoever. It's people who sleep with
ladies.
people.
Lena, we already know the way you think about it and the way that a lot of ladies think about it. Like, we'd be like, yeah, you ain't got no man right now. That ain't stopping me from getting one. Yeah, getting one to fuck you. You brag about getting somebody to fuck you. You're not talking about a relationship. You're not talking about a marriage. That's not even what y'all grade on. So I don't even understand why you even trying to make it seem like, yo, that's what we're talking about. That ain't
Let me
what y'all ladies grade
let me
on.
let me finish. This is what I'm saying, Lena. If you know that a man will cheat on a woman that is less than you know damn well.
He
You
don't
know
care
damn
about her
well he
finances.
don't care. He does not care about her money. The bitch that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce with is nowhere near having what Beyonce has. She is nowhere beautiful. She doesn't have the money or success. She has none of that.
God, that
That's
hurt my
where
ear.
I'm saying. If a man does not care what you have and will still cheat on you and you have more than the bitch he cheated on you with, you know what normally guys, the reason why they cheat on a woman is because they're not happy at home. So all your success means nothing. That's not gonna stop me from cheating. And think about it. Does it really matter that much to a woman if a man has all these accolades, money and all this and status and he treat her like shit and she will leave him?
Yeah, because
It's the
bitches take half.
It's the same difference, Lena. Damn,
No,
man, get out
it's
your fucking
not.
feelings. Oh my God. How you gonna agree with me then try to disagree with me? You trying on purpose. You being disingenuous right now.
You
I
can
just
sleep with whoever and not have any feelings.
gave you the contrast. You agree with that, but you gonna sit there and try to tell me, oh, it's not the same. You just agree. Then why agree with me instead of saying no in the first place?
You can sleep with whoever and not be
She
with
didn't see where it
them.
was going. She wasn't tracking. She wasn't paying attention. She caught up in her feelings right now, and she didn't see where it was leading her to. It was it's kind of a roadblock, if I do call it myself. Kind of blocked the end right there. You an asshole,
It's
man.
people who sleep with
But
I've seen men sleep with women they're not even
hold up,
attracted
Lena. I'm
to.
trying to have your back right now. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you, be
The
real.
most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
I'm gonna drop back, come back in.
You evil. All right. And we got P West. Hey, P West, let me see your face in the back real quick, like before I bring you up, man. I just gotta make sure everybody. Yeah, y'all been around me. Man. People pulling out penises and shit around here. Lena, you need to stop with all that bullshit. All right, I got you, P West.
You know I
All
love
right,
you, Jay. You know we cool. But you know.
nah, you need to stop with all that bullshit, man. But I want to get P West's opinion up in here, man. P West, man, what's your thoughts, man? Lena acting crazy, man. Go on, cuss out.
Y'all don't cuss me out.
Cuss her ass out. Go ahead. Somebody do
Don't
it
do
for
it,
me.
P West.
P West, you still there? Oh Lord, P West ain't here right now. Got Outback though.
When I pick up. Kenny, come up.
Kenny ain't come back, man. That man out there, he messing with the side chick because she got less money.
Y'all can't hear me?
All right, yeah, I can hear you now, P.
I
West.
gotta
Go
go to
ahead. Give
work.
me
Don't make me turn this
Shut
car
up,
around
Lena.
and
Get
drive to
your ass up,
Cleveland.
Lena. Shut up,
I'm
Lena.
driving to Cleveland.
Lena.
Please stop talking.
1 second. P. West, go ahead. P. West, I can't hear you now. You done went out again, man. I can hear. I heard you
What
for
the
a
hell?
second. All right, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I was saying, as far as the men dating down, that's like the vast minority, bro. If you, like I said, male CEOs don't date female CEOs, bro. Like we don't, like they don't care, bro. That power couple thing is not a real thing, bro. Like
I don't get why ladies keep telling themselves that. That's not what we're looking for. Like, I'm sorry. We're not looking for our equal. We're looking for somebody that can pick up the things that we're not good at.
especially from a marriage standpoint, not even just talking about dating. Like
Yeah, I've never went out like.
powerful men ain't out here marrying quote unquote powerful women. Like it's not happening, bro.
The shit, we really don't. You see, Uncanny said, "I'm not gaslighting her. This really happened." Shiesty. Oh damn. Okay. She Lena really was over here getting jealous of another
No,
woman.
I talked to her walk 3-way. Oh, we just friends, and I could just tell by the way I came in. She was mad. I was on the phone, like, bitch. Oh yeah, okay. Well, because I met
Oh.
Uncanny in a dating group. That's how I met Uncanny, and she was in the group, so I do know of her. She got
Mm-hmm.
pictures of her stuff and all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Are you done? Okay. Shit. So P West, man, on this conversation, man, I want to get your thoughts on this as a whole. Because I'm about to show a video real quick, like, and we're gonna get up out of here in a little bit. But in the grand scheme of things, those ladies that were sitting up on the Daily Wrap Up Crew's podcast, what was the biggest issue you saw with their argument? That's a good question to ask. What was the biggest pushback that you would have had for the things that they said? Because we had a lot of them talking about men are insecure about the money or men are feminine and all this stuff. What was the biggest thing that stuck out to you?
it's just like the number one thing that usually sticks out with those type of panels to me is like we'll tell them exactly what it is, and they'll tell us that that's not what it is. Whether it's what we want or whether it's like how we report, like the treatment that we experience. I'm talking about men as a collective, not we, like us right here. You know what I mean? But they're just invalidating what you're saying, even though you're the man speaking on what men want and how men move. They'll tell you like nah, that's not what men want because it doesn't align with what they think men should want, or it doesn't align with what they are as a woman. So it's like, nah, you shouldn't want that because that's not what I am. You feel me? So that's what it usually is when these panels with these women, they be talking about these dating subject, men versus women and all that. It's like the men are hear out what the women are saying, but when the men make points as far as what they don't like or what they do like, they tell you why you shouldn't like it or why what you're saying is false, even though you're the man speaking on shit that men, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% get it, and that is one of the bigger problems. Women are not actually taking into account what men are actually saying they want. You're not taking that shit serious. We actually cater to women. I remember, like right now, it was
Because
probably
because for the most part, they can still get the results that they want without having to, do what we do as far as compromising. So it's like,
you
fuck
remember.
whatever you talking about, bro. I'm gonna still get what I want out of this shit anyway. So all right, whatever.
I'm not sure if y'all remember this, but a couple years ago, "I'm a Cater to You" by Destiny Child was under fire. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. A lot of ladies it was trending on the internet for some reason that women were mad at the song and they didn't want the song to be played no more. "I'm a Cater to You" by Destiny's Child. And it was during the hype of like this feminist, strong, independent fucking movement. It's like, bitch, really? And it goes to the point that you're making right now. A lot of ladies don't really give a fuck about what they need to do for the man, but they care highly about what the man is supposed to do for them. And it's a one-sided shit, and a lot of dudes are not accepting that deal. And that's why I truly believe there are less and less relationships right now. Marriage is constantly going down. A lot of ladies are getting influenced by this. Girl, you can do all this. They're trying to show them a green pasture of what it could be when all that shit is just turmoil and goddamn regret. And then the men are like,
Yeah,
I'm not
a lot
taking
of
that
times
disrespect.
right.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of times that advice they be getting. I was about to say a lot of times some of that advice they be getting is after they already done put a child in the world. So like,
Yeah, that'd be the
you about
worst
to be
part.
on some selfish shit. Yeah, you already got this kid here, but you don't need no man. Well, what about your kids? Do the kids need a man or no?
That's
Nah,
a
I'm gonna
big
be
one.
mommy and daddy. All right, you got it.
Yeah,
Because
we
you know
already
what?
know though.
The
Oh, go
biggest
ahead.
issue, bro, is also feminism has been so inclusive on some far wing shit that they allow women to come in that actually don't know what the fuck they want and they feelings change as the seasons change. So we'll have women that say they don't need a man, right? Go out there, have a bunch of kids, fuck up, and then we'll turn around and then blame men. And it's like, but I thought that's what you wanted. So I think that's, well, in fact, I know the biggest issue is all the bullshit that's going on is because they able to flip flop on what they feel versus what's real. Whereas men, regardless of what, we have to be held to those standards, even if the government has to do it.
Oh, and let's make sure for the people that just heard that, because I know somebody gonna come and say, "Oh, the men are just complaining." What is one of the main things that we say over here? Just tell me if I'm lying. At the end of the day, we point out all the time the flaws that women have in their arguments, the way they're moving and things of that sort. But we always say at the end of the day, men are in control of all of this because we allow it. Is that true or false?
That's true.
I just want to make sure it's clarified that ultimately I will say the men have to change it. And that's with us putting our foot down. But ladies, that still does not take away at all. And we're going to continue to keep doing these type of shows of calling y'all out on your fuck shit. And when we do videos on men, we call them out on their fuck shit. I'm literally never amazed that women never coming around and complain when I do videos talking shit about a dude. But every time I do a video talking shit about a woman, it's amazing me. But I do want to show y'all this one video, y'all. I want to show y'all this one video because it went back to what they were actually talking about earlier in the video about a man having to protect and these women being masculine. A lot of ladies don't understand, and I want a lot of my gentlemen to finally do this. The last part, not the first part of this video, the last part. And it's very quick, so make sure you're paying attention. Let's get it.
Babe, I'm sorry. No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's stop lying right now. Because if you were sorry, you would have shut the hell up after the first man gave me that two-piece combo. But not only did you keep running your damn mouth like a kid in school with no home training, after the first one gave me a reality check, you kept talking after the second one jumped in, after the third one jumped in, after the fourth and after the fifth. I mean, damn, girl. You ain't stopped talking till I ran out of friends. I'm starting to think you set me up to get jumped. Because what the hell was that?
I'm sorry, but they made me mad. And I look at you as my hero. So I thought you could handle them all by yourself.
Hero?
Yes, hero.
Girl, I am 5 foot tall with no goddamn cape. Ain't no hero in the history of heroes 5 foot tall with no goddamn cape. Girl, get the hell out of my car. We over.
Well, babe.
Girl, I refuse to be with somebody that will put me in a situation like this just because they felt disrespected. So like I said before, get the hell out of my car. We over. Go.
Gentlemen, I want your thoughts. Oh my God. I forgot how funny that was to me. Was he wrong for telling her to get the fuck out of his car? It's not a race. Anybody can answer it first. It doesn't really matter to me. I hope both of y'all ain't over here doing some other stuff, some stuff. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that out loud. All right, y'all both suck. How the fuck y'all both sitting on my shit and
No,
ain't got
man,
that microphone on?
Chill out. Don't do that
I'm
because
over here just like
you
I'm about
played
to
the
get triggered,
video.
man. I'm about to get triggered. I know what I
You
need to
played
do.
it. Yeah,
Sorry,
you
I got
damn sure
triggered.
need to let it go because remember a couple of days ago you played the video and we both gave our opinion. So let P West give his opinion on it.
I don't think people is ready.
I'm ready. I'm out here doing my Uber thing. I was picking some shit up real quick. My bad.
Are you good? Hey, you go check it. Thoughts on that video?
I missed it. That's what I'm saying. I had just stepped out. My bad.
All right, well, here we playing this again one more time, though, because
All
like
right,
y'all.
I'm here now. I'm looking right now.
All right, bet we gonna play it again because I ain't gonna lie, this shit funny to me though. It's funny as
Yeah,
fuck.
my fault.
You good?
Babe, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's stop lying right now. Because if you were sorry, you would have shut the hell up after the first man gave me that two-piece combo. But not only did you keep running your damn mouth like a kid in school with no home training, after the first one gave me a reality check, you kept talking after the second one jumped in, after the third one jumped in, after the fourth and after the fifth. I mean, damn, girl. You ain't stopped talking till I ran out of friends. I'm starting to think you set me up to get jumped. Because what the hell was that?
I'm sorry, but they made me mad. And I look at you as my hero. So I thought you could handle them all by yourself.
Hero?
Yes, hero.
Girl, I am 5 foot tall with no goddamn cape. Ain't no hero in the history of heroes 5 foot tall with no goddamn cape. Girl, get the hell out of my car. We over. Girl, I refuse to be with somebody that will put me in a situation like this just because they felt disrespected. So like I said before, get the hell out of my car. We over. Go.
All right. All right, now, hey, P West, give me your thoughts on this one right here. Because remember earlier, these ladies were talking about these men scared, they not protected and all this. We didn't see it from Shiesty and all these other motherfuckers in the comment section. How often do you think situations like that actually transpire?
I think like that's on him too. Like, why would you get with a woman that be on some shit like that every time she get into something? She feel like she gonna call you even if any or put herself in a situation where she's in danger, but she gotta call you to come get her out of danger. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. And sad part with this illustration, I don't know if it would be the first or the second or the third or fifth time this shit doesn't happen. But if it does happen, I think he did it. Do you think he did a good job by saying we're done?
I think I don't know, because like I said, he kind of like put himself in that.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm cool with that.
So it's kind of like what he signed up for. Do I think he's right for ending it?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, if that's the type of shit that she be on, then yeah. But like I said, it's still like a double-edged sword, because at the same time, nigga, he knew what type of girl he was with. He knew she be on that rowdy shit, or you know what I mean. You know, before she even get into that type of shit, you done seen a couple flashes between y'all two where you know, like, you know what I mean. She can't handle her anger or something of that nature, like. So you know, when she deal with men that she don't know, her mouth is extra crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, like. And you know that you gonna have to be the main one that she calling when she having these back and forths with grown men, like.
I like that you said it the way you said it. I was gonna push back in the beginning, but I like the way you said that, because at the end of the day, once again, that goes right back to the whole shit. At the end of the day, men are gonna get held accountable for themselves, and if anybody on the outside looked at it, that's exactly how they would look at it too. Especially if women looked at it. He had to jump out there and do all that shit. That's on him. It ain't got nothing to do with her. And at the end of the day, it is gonna fall back on him.
I see situations where God come to help Shorty, and he take it further than what she expected, and she be on some shit like, well, I ain't tell you to come in here and do all that. It's like, what? You call me for protection. I came to protect you. Like, you can't tell me what level to take it to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
yeah,
can't
like.
tell me how to protect you. You want protection? I'm gonna give it to you. Don't tell me how to do it.
Right. Especially if you don't know how to do it yourself. That's shit that be killing me.
Yeah, it's like a broke person telling a millionaire how to spend his money. Bitch, I'm the muscle.
Right.
No, that's just like, I don't know if you was listening to P West, but that's just like when I was telling that story about what my pops told me about his neighbor was beating on this woman, and then the family
Yeah,
members came.
I heard that earlier, and they fucking called the cops on them or some shit like that, right? When they came to help. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and then Shiesty Bun was in the comment section like, no, they needed to tell him to stop beating him up, you know, because this could have happened. And it was like, see, that is why men be like, bitch, fuck y'all, I'm going my own way, because you're not going to sit there and tell me I'm wrong if I don't protect you, but then I'm wrong for how I protect you. This is men dealing with men. If he beating your ass, I got to whoop his ass more than he's whooping your ass because he's a man. Duh.
I can't protect what I can't control. So
real shit.
you can't listen to me. I can't control, like, and I can't protect you, bro, because you're not gonna take heed when I tell you certain things. You're gonna do your own thing.
So what we supposed to do but protect ourselves and self-preservation. That's how that shit go.
Right. Just be real wise, or you wise who decide to get that access to that energy, to that protection. You give access to that too. Everybody don't get that because you're a woman. Like,
for real.
like
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of
video.
niggas be putting themselves into.
Now, I say, P. West, you sound like you're going through a tunnel or something right now. What you say?
No, I was asking was that the last video.
Yeah, that was the last one, man.
Breaking up
Look,
still?
I want to get. Yeah, now you sound better now. You sound better now. Say that again, cause I ain't hear it. You was breaking up a little bit.
I forgot what I said. It wasn't that crazy. I just added on probably to what he said.
Nigga, that shit wasn't that great, nigga. Hey, look, keeping it real around this motherfucker, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. Look, man.
Right.
What's up?
No,
I
I'm
want
saying
to
right.
get.
I was agreeing with you. Okay.
All right, bet. Look, I want to get final thoughts. I want to get final thoughts from both of y'all. I know PUS, you was around for a while on the shit, and you was here for pretty much the whole thing. Give me your final thoughts on the conversation that they had. What do you take from it, and what would you think would be a good solution to try to fix that problem? I'm gonna start with you first, PUS, get you going, and then I'm gonna go to you, Op, after that.
My final thoughts is, like I said, a lot of the women that go on these panels, they go up there with talking points that they want to get off. They going up there listening to respond. They're not going up there listening to actually hear like what people with different views have to say, or different perspective of what they already got preconceived in their mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like they only going up there to get their shit off because they tired of hearing about men complain or hold women accountable. So that's my final thoughts on that. That's why I feel like people forget. Oh, we need a real conversation needs to be had. Niggas have a conversation. No, you can't have a conversation with somebody who's just there to get their shit off. Like, it's not a conversation.
No, I agree with that. If you're not going into a conversation or a debate or whatever, trying to, because we have to empathize. We have to empathize, and I empathize with a lot of ladies when it comes to their situation, whether they know it or not. But I always try to base it on the logical outcome, what we should do, what's right, what's wrong, and the in between, and all that bullshit.
Right. The same way I empathize with men who didn't have other men in their lives, and they grow up to be a bitch ass nigga, or they grow up to just be on some bitch ass shit, and they don't even know why the reason is. I had the self awareness to know why it is, why they move how they do. It's the same thing with women. Nobody showed a lot of these women how to vet men properly. So like they keep picking the same type of nigga, or a nigga with the same type of characteristics and getting done dirty, and it's like the experience is not giving them the tools to still pick better. They still picking the same, you know what I'm saying? So I got empathy for that too. Like, if niggas ain't care, the niggas wouldn't be on it as much. Like, they think we just complaining to complain. Nah, we complaining to try to come to a solution, a resolution of why shit is so divided right now. But if it's only gonna be one sided, like, it ain't gonna never be no resolution. Like, as far as somebody taking accountability, like what?
Nah, you right. You 100% right, man. I swear, I try to tell a lot of ladies, yet they are their own worst enemy. Hit me with your thoughts, man. What you got, sir? Thundercat.
Yeah, I think that what it shows with the women that were speaking tonight, in my opinion, it shows that regardless of what we say, they're not trying to hear it. They got their own agenda. They want to be stuck in what they feel. Even though women have way more rights like they claim nowadays, they still not happy. So no matter how much shit we get them, they still not gonna be happy. Because think about it, the fact that we took a step back, gave them the rights they wanted, and they still have complaints, even more so now, shows that they didn't know what the fuck they was asking for. You wanted to be able to work like a man, do all this, get these rights like a man, but then once you get held accountable like a man, then all of a sudden, oh, you beating up on me because I'm a woman. No, if you an adult just like a man is, and you think you can take all the same thing that he takes, then it should be not a problem for you to stand up and go recalibrate yourself and be like, all right, cool, let me go get my shit right, let me get my mind right, let me come back and focus on what I need to make myself better, get the results that I want. No, they don't do that. So, like I said, we're gonna have to get back to this point where we like, you know what? Fuck it, we're not doing that no more. We're gonna be more stoic. Matter of fact, we're gonna go back to how men used to be. When women used to say we didn't express ourselves, we're gonna go back to doing that more, and we're gonna go back to walk it like we talk it. And it's gonna be less talking and more walking. Women saying we have not got better, we don't help them with the kids, they the one that's doing all the cooking and cleaning and caring about the kids, is cap. Because we know nowadays men help more with the kids, cooking, cleaning, and everything. We still gotta do our same job. The one thing they do sometimes, we gonna split the bills. But we doing all the rest of the shit. We still doing our job, and now we happen to take loads off of your plate. But we still ain't good enough? Nah, men gonna go back to doing that same shit, and whether females like it or not, and it's so sad to say this, I'm gonna end it with this. The women that's gonna hurt the most is the women in our community. They already hurting right now. They bitching, complaining, and moaning, and fighting with us with this Klingon shit. And they gonna be worse than 1 out of 4 to down 1 out of 5, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 8. It's not gonna be the same amount of numbers, and more brothers is gonna be hauling ass as far as Black American women are concerned. That's where I landed at.
But I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Look, them days of these games being played, I ain't gonna say they're over with, but I think a lot of dudes are waking up to pushing back on the nonsense. We ain't prescribing to that old school saying, that happy wife, happy life. Man, look. Happy spouse, happy house. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one right there that I think most people will should be getting upon. Like, at least dudes should be getting behind. I know the ladies will want the other one because that prioritizes them, but we ain't really fucking with that shit. For the ladies that are on this panel, man, I think a lot of people come on panels like that, podcasts like that they want some attention. And I will say this, of all the different ones I've covered, regardless of whether I disagree with their arguments, I've seen way worse. So I will give those ladies some props for not being ratchet as fuck, not showing the bad side of our community that everybody tries to make seem like is the majority, but the mindset is still the same regardless of how you carry it over, the way they talked about shit. But I think they were a little bit more receptive to back push. Well, to the pushback. I don't know how I said back push. To the pushback that the gentleman gave. But look, y'all, all in all, this shit been fun, man. We actually done grinded, man. We almost did 4 fucking hours. I wasn't even trying to. I was trying to do 2. I told Op, this shit gonna be a 2-hour stream. And we clearly did not accomplish that shit. We got to get better as men, y'all. Holding down what the fuck we say we gonna do. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Whether you watched over on the JVJ Network, whether you watched on Let's Talk with JVJ, or whether you was watching over on Facebook, it don't really matter to me, man. I appreciate all y'all coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, all that shit in a bag of chips, because we are trying to grow around here. We want to hit 20K before the end of this year. So y'all tell your friends, share the videos, make sure y'all got them notices turned on, all that in a bag of chips. But we gonna get the fuck up out of here. We do the after party, so I put that link in the chat. So if y'all want to hit that link in the chat, y'all can come to the after party. But if y'all ain't hit it yet, or y'all ain't gonna hit it after, we can catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to